Is it sane? Is it possible? Still I ask myself, are we, am I? In our game, it's not logical, but you contemplate, are we, am I? I think it's sane, I think it's logical. What I don't you find? Are we, am I? As time goes by, I'll be a slip away. Should I do you mind? Are we, am I? I'm fighting for love, raise me up and see my willingness to fighting for love, raise me up and see my willingness. This is the way it has to be. Tell me why you lied to me. Fighting for love, raise me up and see my willingness to fighting for love, raise me up and see my willingness. Fighting for love. Raise me up and see my willingness. I'm fighting for love. Raise me up and see my willingness. I'm fighting for love. Raise me up and see my willingness. I'm fighting for love. Raise me up and see my
We. 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 Steve Dangle here. On the SDPN YouTube channel, we are watching Game 3 of this series between Le Canadien de Montréal and the Buffalo Sabres. Here we are in le Centre Bell ce soir. Le troisième match. Maintenant. The building is Trey loud. Trope loud, even. Blue trope loud. Absolutely rocking atmosphere in La Belle Provence. Top line, Caulfield, Suzuki, Slivkovsky. Let's see if they do it. Newhook, Evans, Demidov, Bullduk, Doc Valeno, Texier, Danon, Anderson. D pairs, Matheson, Carrier, Hudson, Dobson, Jack-Eye, Gooley, and Dobish is your starter. We also got some Sabres. Krebs, Thompson, Tuck. Thompson was dreadful in game 2 and then combative afterwards. Zucker, McLeod, Quinn, Benson, Norris, Doan, Greenway, Carrick. Sam Carrick is a big addition to that Sabres lineup. He was excellent after they got him at the trade deadline, and then he hurt himself with Beck Malenstein. D pairs, Darlene Samuelson, Byram Power, Timmins, Stanley. Alex Lyon is, in fact, going to start again. Insider J Money says Flyers in 8. You might just be right. Solf Cover Dave. Hi, Steve. Hi. Sedine Magic says, let's go! And they are correct. Hey, Habs fans, Sabres fans, who here wants an Austin Matthews figure? All right, win an Austin Matthews 6-inch figure from McFarlane Toys and Fanatics. Contest closes at the end of second intermission. Just click the form in the chat and in the description. This crowd is bumping. First time this building has been full in a long time for the second round. 2021, yeah, they were here. But I don't know what percent capacity it was. It wasn't full. Madnoid, je te souhaite une bonne game. Same. Is that Hope? Bun games, I thought it was Bun match. That's a good game. This is the problem with learning French is I'm finding out it's actually not that helpful. But it makes me feel smart and superior. Okay, Robert. Not all of us went to a fancy French school. All right. I wish you a good game was the message. I believe you. I already mentioned the giveaway, Drew. I'm so good at this. Drew goes, you have to. This is the last time you'll see him in a Leafs uniform. The French version of the anthem, and it is thunderous here in La Belle Provence. Listen to this crowd. La, Like, here's the thing. Game 1, the Sabres kicked the Habs' butts. Game 2, the Habs kicked the Sabres' butts. And heading into this game, I was like, this is where the series is going to even out a little bit. It's going to be a close game. And now hearing this anthem, I think it might be Habs by 1,000. I know singing the anthem is a like once in a lifetime thing for a lot of these folks. She should have stopped. Just let the crowd take it. Unbelievable. Brad Glenn says 4-2 Habs. That's by 1,000 in the playoffs. Loose Leaf says go Sabs. Did you mean Habs and it's a typo, or is that Sabres? There's a lot happening. Habs in 6 because Caulfield gets 6 on Saturday in game 6. Yeah, this is the 4th straight Sunday. I'm missing hockey for this. Oh, and Mother's Day, whatever. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers who are watching this stream. Text your mother. Call your mother. She's in the same room. High five your mother. Is Lane Hudson's dad singing as well? He maybe. Dual citizen, right? Sedin Magic. Now those are some proud Canadiens. I love it. Puck is dropped. Thompson, Suzuki. And the Habs send it down. Power. Caulfield causing headaches. Tuck gets it in his own end. Absolutely deafening in Montreal. Habs turn the Sabres away at the blue line. Tell Owen Power, go back and get it. Steve Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe. Tell all your friends. Matheson pressured. Woo-ooh. They're already all over Alex Lyon, and the puck is 200 feet away from him. Krebs. Chased by Carrier. Oh, picked off. Caulfield can't clear that. It's Dahlin on. The wide. Tage Thompson has a tap in off the end boards. And after a dreadful game 2, he gets himself on the board 53 seconds in. And that's everyone's business. 1-0 Sabres with a hot start here. I fear the Habs are going to have to score 1,001 now. Boonadouches said, I'm one of those rare Americans who enjoys seeing displays of patriotism other than my own. Love hearing that. Daniel D. What about Hudson's mom? We never hear about her. I don't know anything about her. Detroit fan in Montreal. Happy Mother's Day to Mrs. Dangle. Thank you. I will relay that. Now Benson just dumps it. Well, the crowd is significantly quieter. Third goal of the playoffs for Tage Thompson. Did I call him Logan? I hope not. I might have. Here's Samuelson's shot. That goes well wide. Connor Timmins. Wide open shot is stopped by Dobich. There's a rebound, though. Told you this was going to be a theme in this series. Dunno, good clear. Demidov gets it to Texier, but he's surrounded. Oh, gets around his check, though. Logan Stanley misses. Texier. Anderson! Shot! Dunno falls right on top of Lyon. Play continues. Texier tries to center, doesn't work. And that's out of reach of Stanley. Gooley. Dunno, Gooley. Daniel D, she's bad luck. I mean, as soon as I mention her Uh, Buffalo goal. Wow. Gooley just hanging on to it. Now the Habs will advance. That's out of play. 2.5 minutes into this game. Steve Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, you silly Billy. Click subscribe, you silly Billy. Tell all your friends, you silly Billy. Owen Power off the draw. Up the ice. Chipped in. Barbara Jackeye. Oh boy. Centered. Dobish can't cover it. Sabres still have it. Greenway. Jackeye all over him. Jackeye wants him to go so bad. Malenstein tries to center. Dobish doesn't have a stick right now, and the Sabres have the puck. Oh, fortuitous bounce off the skate of the linesman. He doesn't know it's there. Dobish gets his stick back, and Gouley has the puck. Up the ice to Veleno, who dumps it. Byram, Thompson, Tuck. Nowhere close to center. And that's icing 3.5 minutes in. Odd decision from Tuck. I know he was trying to spring whoever that was off the end boards, but nowhere close. Ozone draw for the Canadiens, who find themselves down very early in this one at home. Shot through traffic, doesn't make its way through. Slavkovsky. Oh, Suzuki! Oh, Rob! By the toe of Lion. Rebound, not shot and blocked by Tage Thompson. Suzuki was all alone. Lion tried the poke check. It didn't work, and he just gets the toe on it. Oh, if Suzuki gets that up a little bit, it's a goal. 4 minutes in here. Slav run over by Krebs. Matheson. The 6 times 12 balls equals 72. Just saying. Whoa. Arbor Jackeye to the Leafs. Oh, that's McKenna's number. Oh! Demidov got hit pretty hard. Stays with it. With the steal. Still stays with it. Can't get it to a friendly stick. Now here come the Sabres. Nope. Dobson turns everything around. I swear the Habs home boards are way too bouncy. Well, it didn't benefit them there. If they're too bouncy for everyone. Dobson. Just hanging out behind his net. Dobson's pass is interrupted, but this is probably going to be icing against the Sabres. 14:44 to go in the first. Sports Talk Chud. We know you're in the right universe if this goes 7. Oh, how doesn't Suzuki score there? Wes Richard gifted 5 SDPN memberships. Merci beaucoup. You beauty. Face off to the blocker side of Alex Lyon. It's Donald for the Habs, but he loses to McLeod. Down the ice. Is this going to be icing? It is not. Quinn and Lane Hudson fighting for it. Quinn. Habs retrieve. They get out of their zone, but they give it away. Puck is out of play. Steve, any advice for waking up at 6 a.m. every day? Go to bed earlier. Oh, what about if your boss makes you edit LFRs? Tell him frig off. Edit his videos and like put poop emojis over his face. Have you 100%ed Red Dead Redemption 2? No. I keep committing to, okay, this is when I finally do it, and then I never do it. I just beat American Venom again, and with no missions to play, I lose all motivation. Bolduc in the offensive zone. Gooley on. Kirby Doc to the point. Back down low. Bolduc feeds the point. Gooley. Shot through traffic line. Stop. Bolduc retrieves. Power comes up with it. It's probably the best offensive flurry from the Montreal Canadiens so far. Byram abandoned ship. Gooley up the ice. Deflected in. Lyon. He's going to leave his net to play it. Oh, Darlene. Trouble handling that. Oh, Caulfield! Stopped by Lyon. Point blank again. Icing against Buffalo again. So you know what? Like Buffalo, obviously, great chance early. They bury it. No doubter. 1-0. That's a good start. Montreal's had looks. I'm not sure I take the under tonight. What a great reach from Suzuki. He's going to take the draw here against Tage Thompson. Tage gets the win there. Dumped. Hudson. Slaff. Up the ice. It's Caulfield. Shot! That was blocked. Cross ice. Hudson. Hudson down low. Suzuki. Suzuki. There's a rebound. Sabres get out of their zone. Oh, they're going to have to start thinking defensive here. Benson. It's behind the Habs net now. Dobson. It's crunched. Tuck. Centers it. Oh! Sabres don't even get a shot off. It's Norris, Benson, and Tuck. On. That's blocked. Suzuki. Oh, it's got to be interference. It. Is it? Oh, they blow the whistle. I don't think anyone heard it. Clear interference. Suzuki was gone. Josh Norris to the box. He's saying, watch it. It's a clear pick, which they only started calling within the last few years. But Caulfield has started shooting again. Good sign. You're not wrong. We're at commercial break. Steve Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. Do the Montreal Canadiens tie it here? Did Steve do a lot today? Yes. I think Mrs. Dangle had a pretty good day. Got to hang out with the family. House full of 4 kids and 2 dogs. We ordered Portuguese. Ahoshkova. Fun fact: the Canes are 1-8 in their last 2 Eastern Conference Finals, 5-19 in the last 20 years, and yet they're 8-0. Steve, how does Steve feel after the procedure Friday? A-okay. A-okay. I think it's allergies beating my ass now, but We're good. Meme Empress, Sabres won a round, so I can safely say this now. The funniest possible outcome is the Sabres winning the cup in their first trip back to the playoffs. Listen, we just need Hurricanes Golden Knights so that we can have Freddie Anderson or Mitch Marner for Conn Smythe. Habs on the power play, down 1-0 early at home. Let's see what they do. Samuelson gets it. Oh, they're going to do another face-off. Puck went out of play, but it won't be delay a game. 12-12 to go in the first period. Make a wish. Suzuki gets kicked out of the draw. It's going to be Greenway against Slavkovsky. Greenway wins. Can't clear. Now they do. Last 7 games for the Habs, their power play is 2 for 24, which is crazy because their power play essentially won them game 1 against Tampa. Suzuki. Oh, what a move from Hudson. Oh, can't quite find Caulfield. But Caulfield, no looker to Suzuki. Suzuki knocked down by Samuelson. Slav gets it. Slav. Demidov. Slav. Demidov. Oh! Suzuki couldn't handle that, and it's cleared. 1:15 to go in this power play. Dobish way out of his net. Suzuki sends it deep for Caulfield, but Power's going to get to it first and all the way down the ice. Dobish out of the net. 1 minute to go in this power play. Hudson. Do they go to the second unit? It looks like they do. Hudson. Cross ice to Newhook. Shot stopped by Lyon. Newhook has come alive in these playoffs. My goodness. 11 minutes to go in the first. 40 seconds to go in this power play. Doc. How you doing after last night's hit? It just says how is doing. I'm not sure, but I hope they're well. 20 seconds to go in this power play. Texier. Oh, Newhook. His pass is blocked. Greenway's going to get it down the ice with the help of Malenstein. Habs get a couple looks, but they don't score on their first power play of the game and remain down 1-0 here in the first. Bolduc. Stapled by Byram. Danault in there with Anderson. Anderson to the point. Matheson on into the corner. Where does that go? Anderson tries to get it around to Danault. Doesn't work. Byram. Thompson in his own end. Here he comes. Passes it up the ice. Can't get it back to Thompson. Dobson. Matheson. Darlene. Pass shot. Hits Dobson in the head. Oh, spin fire. Stopped. Krebs. Oh, I think that was Tuck just fanned on the shot. That was a goal labeled for the back of the net. Dobson gets it up the wall to Veleno, who gets it to Anderson at the end of a shift. Great battle. It's a partial 2-on-1. Across. Danault can't get the shot off. Lyon sprawling. Anderson. He better get to the bench. I know this guy's all adrenaline all the time, but he's got to be gassed. Gooley. Demidov, whoop, miscommunication with Guhle. Cross ice to Demidov. Here he comes on the entry. Stripped by Power. Wow, knocks Power to the ice. Carrier knocked to the ice, takes a hit to make a play. But now Josh Norris, breaks out. Very nearly a chance for Buffalo, but Guhle cuts off the pass. Habs get out of the zone, but not with speed. Josh Doan causing problems. Newhook can't dump it. And Power has it in his own end. Newhook being headlocked by Doan. I think the ref might take both these guys here. 8:13 to go in the first. Newhook was almost in the Sabres bench. Doan said, "You want to be here so bad, I'll take you with me." Okay, so that didn't hit Dobush in the mask. Tuck deflected it low. That's what the sound was. And he spun and fired and didn't take the puck with him. It'll be Josh Doan and Alex Newhook in the box. Steve Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like. Click subscribe. Tell all your friends, hey. Lyon has had a nice start. I agree. But he has been moving, if that makes sense. He's a little jumpy. That save on Suzuki was crazy. Newhook is a one-man army between the goals and fighting their entire third line. He's actually crazy. He looks great, man. What stupid team would give him up? What a stupid. No, okay. So it was Newhook traded from Colorado for Gianni Fairbrother, who is currently in the Slovakian league. A first round pick in 2023, which Colorado used to select Mikhail Gulyayev. There you go. A defenseman who had 1 goal in 54 games for Avangard Omsk in the KHL this past season. And a second round pick in 2023, Evan Gauthier, who is on the Lightning. So there must have been another move. Oh, there was another move. This pick was traded straight up for Ross Colton. Drew, how you feeling about that deal? 4-on-4. Hudson fighting off Dahlin. Hudson. Caulfield, he's stripped. Lots of space out there. Byram pressured by Caulfield. Dahlin gets away from trouble. How is Drew doing after last night? Oh, Drew, how you doing? Almost in panic mode? Not yet. Here comes Suzuki up the left wing. He shoots! Stopped by Lyon. Colleen plays it back. Byram, slowly. Loud chance of Lyon in Le Centre Bell. Slavkovsky, errant pass from the Sabres. He's going to play it back, though. Matheson up the ice, shot from Danault is stopped by Lyon. Play stays alive. Power. Tuck. They're offside. 7 minutes exactly to go in the first. 47 seconds of 4-on-4 action. What a pass up the ice from Matheson. Whack from Danault. I support the slap shot choice there. Philip Dunno, noted Alan Walsh client. "45 seconds of 4-on-4 to go. Carrier, Suzuki, Gaines, Demidov is the other forward. Demidov, Suzuki! Oh! Wide open. Boy, he's been sniffing so far tonight. Demidov. Suzuki helps take the puck off his man. Carrier. 20 seconds to go, 4-on-4. Matheson. Can't connect the pass. Carrier. Down low. Suzuki bats it out of midair. Matheson. Oh, loses the zone, but not the puck. Suzuki, cross ice to Anderson. And now we're back to 5-on-5 here. Anderson around for Newhook, who just comes out of the boss. Doan tried to get a big piece of him. On, stopped by Lyon and held on to with 5:58 to go in the first. Oh, off the crossbar for Suzuki. I was wondering how that didn't go in. Steve Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. Was working on some content today. Hey, look, I made you some content. Made oh wow for the third round. We'll be getting to that. And also a Leaf prospect profile, which I haven't done in a few weeks. We're going to have a gander at a prospect you might not know all that much about, which is why it's kind of perfect. Sam McHugh. Oh, when do they was he a first, a second, a third? He was a 7th round pick in 2024, 216th overall. But we're going to have a look at some of his highlights because we can. Because the CHL is cool and gave us access to OHL, WHL, and QMJHL highlights. But also, he's played 4 years in the dub. Nope. 4 years in the O. 5 teams. A lot more goals than assists. Really interesting player. Really interesting player. No contract as of yet, but they do have a new general manager who just got here. That's crazy. Alex Lyon, entire first round against Boston, 5 goals allowed. First 2 games against Montreal, 6. Or sorry, game 2. Or was that game 2 or it doesn't matter. 5:58 to go in the first. Offensive zone draw for Montreal. It's Greenway against Doc. Ref's going to redo that. Greenway gets kicked out. So it's Doc against, is that McLeod or Zucker? Looks like, not sure who that was. Oh, Carrick. That'll do it. I don't recognize that number. Oh, it's the new guy. Connor Timmins up the ice. Whoa, big hit from Gooley on Mallenstein. Jackeye misses Greenway. Oh, one-handed from Carrick, stopped by Dobish. Sabres still battling for it. Getting Carrick back is so huge for Buffalo, which is nuts. We can talk about Sam Carrick a little bit when we get a break. Up the ice, Bolduc has to swat that down. No icing. Gets the puck in front for Valeno. Can't get the shot off. Carrick off the boards and out. Valeno. To Hudson at the point. Dobson. That's blocked. My Greenway was kind of been out there a little while. Sabres clear it. This is probably going to be icing. It is 4:49 to go in the first. Is that Jerry Cheever's mini mask behind you? That's Cheever's. This one is, I don't know. I just found it at a flea market and I like it. I don't know who's it's supposed to be. Daniel D. Imagine describing that to yourself a year ago. Buffalo Sabre Alex Lyon making a save on a slap shot by Hab again Dano on a breakaway in playoff round 2. Well, when you put it that way, offensive zone draw for Montreal. It's Greenway against Evans. Yep. To the point. Good movement. On. That doesn't make its way through. Where is it? It's blocked and sent to center as the Sabres get some new men over the boards. Dobson airmails that over the net. Timmins stripped. In front. Evans. Stop. Rebound. They score. He did it again. Alex Newhook is on some crazy time right now in these Stanley Cup playoffs. He can't stop scoring. And after an early goal against Tage Thompson opening the scoring for Buffalo, Alex Newhook ties it for Le Canadien de Montréal 1-1 in Game 3. It's Newhook who frees it for Evans, who takes the initial shot. Newhook gets, this shot is going wide, and it goes off Connor Timmins and in. It's a perfect deflection. Look at this. Oh, that camera angle showed it perfectly. This shot is going wide. He didn't mean to do it. Stop. You stop it, Drew. Fourth of the playoffs. Wasn't his first goal in Game 7? That's crazy. Rodney Hale, 11-15 in Cairo for Nico Hischier. Who says no? The Blues. What? The 11th pick, the 15th pick in Cairo for Nico Hischier? Are you out of your mind? Sabres. That's blocked. Tage Thompson hands it off to Rasmus Dahlin. Dahlin fighting off Caulfield. Thank you, Giggling Cat. Giggling Shaw for the 5 gifted memberships. Dahlin shot is fanned on. Carrier can't get rid of it. Dahlin working there, helping Tuck. Tuck in front. Thompson has it near the point. Download it. Oh, Sabres really snapping it around here. Almost a break for Suzuki. But here comes Thompson. That's behind the net. And Dobish did not know where it was. Slaff behind his own net. Stripped by Tuck. Thompson can't center it. Carrier hits Tuck. Tuck can't find a friendly stick. Now he does. Power. Krebs holds his own. On from distance. Blockered away. 3 minutes to go in the first. Slaff plays it back as the Habs try to slow things down here. Matheson. Timmins equals Leafs plant. Newhook for Conn Smythe. Giggling Cat gifted 10 SDPN memberships. My bad. Doby in Le Centre Bell. Lyon out of his net to play it to Power. Here come the Sabres with speed. It's Norris. Norris shot. 2 stops by the toe of Jakub Dobish. Texier off the glass and out. Is this going to be ice? It is not. Anderson. Gooley. Dano in front. Anderson can't get the shot off. Power all over him. Power playing some good desperation defense here. Oh, Benson is drilled. Texier can't get that pass through. Anderson. Benson and Texier going for the same puck. Texier. Great protection. Down low for Anderson. Dano. A little slow on the draw is Power. Hudson. Great moves through. Stopped by Lyon. 1:37 to go in the first. And I don't know how these guys have the energy to punch each other after the whistle. That looked exhausting. Giggling Cat says, "Hi, chat." Or is that "Hi, Shaw"? I am done with my birthday trip. Happy birthday. And still have some money. I can't pick between these two teams. Have some subs per goal. There you go. There you go. You know what? There you go. Connor Timmins, by the way, got to the Buffalo Sabres, traded to the Penguins with Isaac Beliveau for Connor Clifton and a second round pick in 2025, who the Pens used to select Peyton Kettles, who is a giant defenseman. Sabres get it deep. Habs get out of their zone. Dumped. Alex Lyon covers it up. Habs crashed the net. Oh, it looks like someone got high sticked. I think there's. Oh, Lyon is down. Lyon's down. And he's either hurt or selling it pretty good. Lyon's going for a skate. Shakes off his glove. There's no way there's not going to be any penalties coming out of this. Sam Carrick gets a glove in the face of Kirby Dach. Sam Carrick's a tough customer. There's neon green people behind the Sabres net? I know. Thanks. Now I'm going to notice it. So, okay, Bolduc. Whoa. So, okay, Timmins paused Bolduc in the face. Bolduc went straight at Lyon. Oh, he butt ended him? But who got Dahlin? Someone got Dahlin right in the face. Refs are going to call penalties here. Sam? Oh, he doesn't know his mic's on. Oh, they turned it off. Buffalo, 2-minute power play, 5-on-4. Bolduc got the extra 2. And who was the Sabre who went off? Timmins? Yes, it is Timmins. I'm not sure I agree with Montreal getting the extra 2, but Bolduc does initiate that whole thing. Like, yeah, Timmins hits him in the face, but the guy is coming at Mach 10 straight into my goalie. Like, he knows what he's doing. Oh, look at Doc. Doc has Carrick and Timmins in a headlock. You know what? Maybe I am on board with the extra 2. That's crazy. Wow, that guy is pissed. Oh, well, that was on national TV. Sabres on the power play. Quinn down low. Benson can't center it. Habs get it down the ice. That guy's got a new display picture for the rest of his life. Dahlin. I think a new Montreal Canadiens meme was born. They got to be offside. Got to be offside. They're offside. Clock's still going. There was a lot of confusion there. I wonder if they're going to put time back on the clock. Habs want the face-off all the way down the ice. This is how you know Montreal's a hockey town. You got fans standing up and arguing where the face-off should be going. It's just outside their zone. Thompson wins it. Quinn puts it around. Carrier tries to get it away from Benson. Dahlin holds it at the line. Passes to Quinn. Quinn to Dahlin. Dahlin, Tage. Dahlin fakes the shot. Quinn skips over his stick and he holds the zone. He does, but Dahlin can't. Wild pass. 20 seconds to go in the first. This penalty, if the Sabres don't score here, will go into the second period. It's at the point. It's Dahlin. He shoots. Oh, that goes just wide. Josh Doan, 5 seconds. Battle along the end boards, or the half wall, sorry. And it's over. The first Thompson preparing for the shot. Oh, we got punches thrown here at the whistle, and I think there's going to be penalties coming out of this. Gooley is fighting 3 Sabres at once. Dahlin is giving it to Gooley. Benson and Gooley. Gooley is straight up fighting Benson and Dahlin at the same time. There is 0 chance there are no penalties called coming out of that sequence. 0 chance. Did Dahlin get the only one? All right. You could have called Doan. You could have called Evans. You could have called Gooley. You could have called Benson. You could have called. Holy crap. Uh-oh, we got a series. Steve Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel, and this friggin' bangs. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. A shot well
When
wide.
it comes to Gavin McKenna,
Habs goal. They have been blessed by God this postseason. They better not waste it, dude. You're so right. Still, Brian, Steve, want to come play NHL 26 with me? One day when I have time again, and also don't suck at Chell. I used to be so good. Leo says, 27. Hi. Thank you, my friend. The trade is crazy. I just wanted to get Kyrou off my team, and they need an elite center for the second line, and I like Nico's game a lot. Ray Adlington, at break, can we get a retelling of the legend of Taru Sugimoto, drafted by the Buffalo Sabres from the Tokyo Katanas? I don't know enough about that story. I'll do a deep dive. Go Away Now is a perfect hot mic clip. Totally agree. Habs tied it between Leaving My Mom and Now. Hey, bonjour, François Labelle. Comment ça va? Doc said, I don't know which one did it, but I'm going to make it everyone's problem. Newhook's contract expires next year. After this playoff performance so far, I reckon he might get a juicy extension. Giggling Cat, as a Cats fan, you called what? Canes and 4? See, I'm so behind on the comments, I'm not actually sure what you're referring to. Buffalo is playing hockey. Habs are playing Doom. That's a lot of words. Too bad I'm not going to read them. Butcher. This is old school viewing. Fights, middle fingers. Dude, that guy's face, that's Montreal's dart guy. Oh, is it in the group chat? Drew, I think we got to use that. Oh, the Slavkovsky face is hilarious too. Oh, there it is. There it is. Oh, fantastic. Bat Steve. The Bat Dad. Steve Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe, tell your friends. Drew, what are we doing for a clip? So we got a clip about, we had to fight. Is this going to be pity this one's been so quiet and boring. Adam and I had a fight, right? Should we make this clip about the Sabres or the Habs. So we chose neither. It's about who should the Leafs pick first overall.
When it comes to Gavin McKenna, who I think the Leafs are going to pick, and you're going to get, I mean, you got to have the conversation of, well, what about Ivar Stenberg and what about Chase Reed? We know they like Chase Reed. Ivar Stenberg might be ready next season faster than Gavin McKenna is. I was listening to a really good, and I think we're probably going to have Scott on, but I had Scott Wheeler was on Leaf Report.
I texted him and I go, hey man, do you like podcasts?
What did he say?
He said, I haven't done enough of them this week. What's one more? So we'll get him on. I haven't responded.
He has some great. I was texting him too, but I hadn't invited him on yet because I'm like, this guy's going to get just slammed with requests.
Yeah.
But it was interesting because he said, this draft isn't like the Celebrini draft, right? Where you had Carlson and Celebrini and that sort of thing, or those two draft years, I guess, with Bedard and Celebrini and Carlson. But McKenna is a left winger who is a perimeter vision playmaker. He's too skinny right now. Let's just call it what it is. He's too skinny. He's put on a little bit of weight at Penn State.
He's tall.
Needs to put on more muscle. But they're 18 and they can eat 40 hamburgers a day and never gain a pound. Like that's just that's being 18. Beyond that, there are questions about compete level. There are questions about, he's got some bad habits I think that they're going to have to iron out. And I want to temper Leaf fans' expectations on this guy. And if he blows us away, that's great.
Yeah.
But if you're expecting him to come in and be what Austin was when he came in, don't. Like you got to remember
40 goals, guys.
Like Mitch Marner only had 60-something points. I think 67 points his first season.
That would be an incredible outcome.
And Mitch was a great player out of junior when he didn't have the puck. Still a very strong defensive player.
Yeah.
Gavin is not. So you're seeing potentially elite level. So you're seeing comparisons to Patrick Kane and Kucherov and stuff like that. First off, it'd be a long time before he gets there. But we're talking about wingers who can control a power play, dominate the ice when they're on it, find guys, make everybody better. Gavin, when he's feeling it, can do that. But if you're expecting him to come in and explode and become amazing, listen, I hope he does. But even Macklin Celebrini didn't have the best rookie season.
No.
It was good.
It was good.
And so you need to have that expectation of if Gavin McKenna's the guy, and I think he will be, you got to make sure that you understand that he's not going to come in and be Nylander or Matthews in their prime. Those guys took a long time to get to where they are.
50 points would be, I think, a pretty incredible outcome.
Exactly. And you got to see
in
flashes of that eliteness, right? Jack, one thing that Scott brought up was Jack Hughes' first season. Was good.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't great. Was good. You could see it, though, and it starts to come together in year 2 and year 3.
It's so rare that a guy... Well, and so there have been criticisms of McKenna and his defensive play and his compete level. And I'm like, man, if 129 points in 56 games in the WHL at age 16 is him not trying... And like the Medicine Hat Tigers won that year. He had 38 points in 16 playoff games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all right. Like, okay, 51 points in 35 games at Penn State. And like something else like that people are forgetting about McKenna a little bit is he's sort of a canary in a coal mine here.
In what way?
He was an elite, definitely number 1 overall pick in his year before draft year.
And at that, by the way, comparable numbers in his year before draft year is Connor McDavid.
Awesome. Great.
Comp numbers. Crazy.
Insane. He had 26 points more than the next closest teammate of his. So he had 129.
Mm-hmm.
Ozzy Weisblatt had 103. The next closest guy in the Medicine Hat Tigers had 61.
Jeez.
He had more than double the guy at third.
Wow.
Do you understand? At 16.
Yep.
at 16.
Yep.
Right? But so he's the number one consensus guy. Then he goes to university.
Mm-hmm.
No one else, I can't think of anyone else who has ever done that on account of it was illegal. It was against the rules.
And Steve, he's going to play in university before you get to the stats. Guys that could be as old as 23 or 24.
Yes.
And he did struggle the first half of the season, but what happened in the second half?
He didn't struggle. He had 51 points. The next closest guy had 42.
In NCAA, 51 points. And that's with the first half of his season struggling.
Yes, and just like going through the other top scorers on his team, 21, 20, 21, 21, 20. Jackson Smith was 18. Luke Misa is 19. Then 23, 23, 23, 23. These guys are grown men.
Yep.
Right? So
yep.
If his development in his draft year seemed a little wonky, I would absolutely believe it because he's taking a path like Austin Matthews that hasn't really been done before. Matthews went through the American developmental program and then was like, I'm going to give Switzerland a shot. Because I don't know, why the hell not? McKenna is the first high-profile draft year guy to do this because it was previously not allowed. So I'm not surprised that he struggled at first. I'm not surprised he got better.
And that's maybe we can look at his NCAA season and go, that's kind of how we think maybe the NHL might go for him, which is you struggle, adjust a little bit at first, and then you start to get it.
Yeah.
You know, like in the back half of the year. So what that does, though, with the Leafs timeline is, okay, so you got McKenna. You're going to bring him in. Your top six looks something like this. McKenna, Matthews, Nyes, right? Cowan, Tavares, Nylander.
All right.
That's not bad. Now, you do have to, and Jonas Siegel wrote this in his article, you got to get a second-line center. You have to get, like, no disrespect to John Tavares, you've got to find a second-line center, and you got to do it, like, now.
Yeah.
And the other thing they have to do is they got to remake the defense. I think Tanev's going to come back, and he's going to be fine. But you can't play him 26 minutes a night in the regular season. He's got to be more like 18 to 19, right? He's going to be 37, man.
I go back and forth on OEL. I don't know. I love the way he plays so much, but maybe it's the best move to move him.
You could get a king's ransom. I think Morgan Riley. So I've heard a couple of things in the last couple of days. One person who I very much trust said, this is the window to trade him.
Yep.
And he'd be willing to accept it. Another person who I really trust said, well, okay, but if you fire Berube and you see what Morgan Riley is under another coach,
what are we doing?
So you say no. Because I think it is notable, and I've been number one Morgan Riley got to go guy for a couple of years now.
Yeah.
Right? In fact, I go all the way back to their series against Florida in the second round in 2023, and I go, like, he's got to go. But Steve, Matthews' two worst offensive seasons have happened under Craig Berube. Morgan Riley's two worst overall seasons have happened under Craig Berube.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that Morgan Riley's ever going to live up to that contract here in Toronto. But if you have him playing third-line minutes or second-line minutes,
I'm already out based on your description.
You're already out.
I'm already out. He makes $7.5 million. What are we talking about, third pair? No.
Okay.
He's still a very capable offensive player. He always elevates in the playoffs. Like even
He does.
Like last year, he had 4 goals, 7 points in 13 games.
It's amazing.
He had the other year that they actually won around, he had 12 points in 11 games. The year before that, he had 6 points in 7 games. Career playoffs for Mo. In 70 games, 15 goals, 32 assists, 47 points. You would never know that guy's on a team that can never win.
No.
Just based on his individual stats, right? He does elevate, and that's great. But it's 82 games. And I know the cap is going up. I just think you got to spend that a little more cleverly.
What did you think of the report that came out of Edmonton that the at the trade deadline, for OEL and McMahon or something like that, Darnell Nurse was going to be the return.
Yo.
I don't know if that's Edmonton trying to offload him and Toronto saying no, or if there was legitimate interest there, but I'm terrified of what that imagine we're living in a world.
I simply don't believe that. That doesn't make any sense. Like, how is it first round pick for Dickinson and then a very comparable package from the Leafs is somehow Nurse? I wouldn't be surprised if Nurse was discussed, but like that doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, it might have been a part of the deal. The other thing that keeps popping up, and I think people should keep an open mind with, is, Matthew Knies' name has now been connected to New Jersey. I think that was around Simon Nemec, who, remember, defensemen like Simon Nemec, as much as he had a tougher year than I think people expected him to in New Jersey, this guy's like 22. He was a top 5 pick. I think he was 3rd or 2nd overall.
2nd.
And he is 22. I just want to keep going. I want to repeat the fact that he's 22.
Yeah.
Jackson Lacombe, who's having his coming out party nationally now, is like 24, 25. It takes a long, long, long time. If you have a top 6 already, Steve, of let's say Matthews wants to stay and Nylander's good and whatever, you've already got the top 6 worked out. Do you move a guy like Knies to Chicago is the name that keeps coming up. Montreal came up before the trade deadline. New Jersey came up before the trade deadline. Is it a Nemec or a Levshinov or, there was a Montreal prospect out of Russia who's apparently, I keep forgetting his name.
Oh, it starts with a Z.
Yeah.
Zharkov,
I think. Wow, maybe we're sounding like Keith Pelly now, not knowing the prospects' names off by heart.
Yeah,
or Hagee.
But we don't claim to.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. My point is, like, and Jonas and James were talking about this, and I'm like, I find it hard. They do need to remake the defense, and one of the things John Chayka said is we got to rebuild from the back end, right? We got to build from the back end. I don't know how you do that without parting with something great. And I do think Ben Danford's going to play NHL games this year, but I don't know that he's a full-timer. And so is he, are you not trying to get him as many minutes as possible with the Marlies? And then, get him to mentor under Chris Tanev, perhaps, because you want to turn him into that. Like, I don't know how. I don't think
Zharovsky, by the way.
Zharovsky, thank you. I don't think you can go to Arizona and have this meeting with Austin Matthews and go, we're going to be a contender in October. I think you have to say, Austin, if you want to stay, we want you here because we would never want you to go. But the idea that we're going to be able to do this in a summer is probably impossible.
Right.
Because ultimately, Steve, it makes way more sense to keep a guy like Matthew Knies, to me, unless you're getting I don't know, like a Rowinski level, Adam Fox, Simon Nemec on the younger end. Like, you got to get a name that's like a number 1 guy. And I don't know, like, is Cowan a guy that they move? Like, this is where it gets like, it's your ice cream analogy. I want the ice cream that's $1.50, but no matter how many times I rearrange my quarters, I've only got $1.25.
Right. And the good news is they got the first overall pick, and you have more options than you did a week ago. You look at every criticism of the Leafs from last year. I just don't come away with the conclusion that Matthew Knies is the guy that you need to move. I understand he's got a lot of value. I do.
Yeah.
But I think that's such a key part of your team going forward. Steve Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, excuse me, click subscribe. Tell all your friends. Jackie James, welcome to SDP VIP. He said, Steve, do you really believe that the Leafs will be a contender without a rebuild? Good luck, buddy. No, not really. Listen. Here's the thing. John Chayka and Matt Sundin need an answer on Austin Matthews now. Right now. And they're going to go talk to him. You got to make a decision based on that answer. Now. Don't wait. Oh, he's got 2 years left. Now. But if you trade him after free agency, you get less for him, says Drew. Or you limit the amount of suitors, which, you probably get less for him. You need an answer. But enough about the Leafs. Because it's the second period. Habs Sabres. The penalty is over. Or rather, the power play is over. Dahlin, somehow the only guy in the box after that scrum. Newhook is going to take the opening draw here for Montreal against Thompson. Puck is dropped, and Newhook won it. 40 seconds of 4-on-4 here. Dobson. The Habs will have an abbreviated power play. Slap shot from Evans from distance. Here come the Sabres with numbers, with speed. It's Tuck. It's Byram. Stopped by Dobish. Tuck in there like a bull in a china shop. Matheson plays it back. Dobson. Are the Habs just going to try to rag this for the power play? The answer is sort of. Slavkovsky. Hudson. It's a power play now for 1:15. Hudson around. Caulfield. Played back to the point. Slavkovsky. Hudson. Tap in. How didn't Caulfield score? That went through the blue paint. The graphic came on the screen and everything. Slavkovsky. Demidov. Hudson. How? Suzuki. Can't center it. Oh, good stick from Slav. Hudson. Caulfield. Suzuki. Caulfield. Flips it to Hudson, who keeps it alive. Demidov. Down low to Slav. Slav. Can't center it. Passes blocked by Logan Stanley. Demidov. Stick handles. Under 30 to go. Hudson. Thought about it. Suzuki. Caulfield. Suzuki. On. Blocked. Can't save the zone. 15 seconds to go in this Habs power play as they re-rack. Hudson. No, he gained the zone. All right. I thought he gained the zone. 13 seconds to go in this Habs power play here. Let's see what the hell happened here. Hudson. Ah! Does Samuelson get his stick on that? I think he does. Wait. Nope. He just screwed it up. That should have been the easiest goal of Cole Caulfield's career. 0 points, 11 shots in his last 6 games, says the broadcast. That's nightmare fuel. Get the camera off him. There's play. Oh, I hate when they do that. Byram with the puck. That's crazy. When it's on a zoomed in shot, it's on an ISO shot of a player on the bench, and you see the clock ticking down. Okay, you get the emotion. That's good storytelling. Where's the puck? Lyon clears the puck. Here comes Power. Played around for Krebs. Good move on Deneau there. Krebs. Thompson. Shot from distance. Stopped by Dobish. Excuse me. Oh, Tuck takes down Gooley. Steve Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. Is that not a clear slew foot from Tuck? All right. Norris on the draw against Jake Evans. Puck is dropped. Oh my God, straight into Dobish. But Carrier has it now. Up the ice to Evans. New hook just stays onside. Evans. New hook. Oh, lets it. Demidov. Demidov to the point. Matheson on. That's blocked. Demidov can't find New hook. It goes all the way back into the neutral zone and defensive zone for Carrier. Oh, a turnover. New hook again into the glove of Alex Lyon. Apparently, New hook can be stopped. Just over 3 minutes gone here in the second. Chiefy's Meefy. More like cold Caulfield, am I right? Someone get him some anti-venom because he's snake bitten. Cassie! Allons, bonjour, mon ami! Cassie dropping a 50 piece on us. 50 SDPN gift memberships. Merci beaucoup. To the Cassie clan. Woo wee. Boo, jump scare. I was scared. And now here's Veleno. He's got power all over him. I like power tonight. Dobson. On through traffic. Stopped by Lyon. Vegas versus Buffalo for the Jack Eichel Cup. Ooh. What's the level above snake bitten for Caulfield? He is Python strangled. Cassie. 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 Let's get some Cassie clans in the chat, eh? And get those likes up. Get those likes up. Carry me home. And enter the contest. Link in the description for a 6-inch Austin Matthews figure from McFarlane Toys. Oh boy. Gooley shot. Rebound. Fought through traffic, did Alex Lyon as the Sabres' fourth line chases the Habs back. Jack-Eye up the ice. That pass is out of reach and icing against the Montreal Canadiens. Doc looking... Is he upset or hurt? Or both? Looks like hurt. He blocked a shot right in the chest. Where do you fall on the Canes rest versus rust debate? You need rest. I think it's important. I guess we'll find out. Hurricanes better not screw this up. Right now, they're playing for everyone who wants to do less work. Like, not just hockey. It is up to you, Carolina Hurricanes, to make sure lazy people everywhere are validated. Peyton Krebs shot. Stop. Rebound cleared. Out of the zone. Now here come the Habs. Slavkovsky. East-west through the neutral zone. Hands it off at the blue line. Suzuki. His pass is blocked. Tage Thompson collects it in his own end. Thompson. My goodness. Hands it off to Tuck. Tuck on, gloved by Dobish, who hits away Peyton Krebs. Habs going at Peyton Krebs. Dobish is the one who went at him. And he's smiling about it. Cassie says, Steve is bringing back my high school trauma and speaking French at me. One and only class I have ever failed. Ooh, I never failed, but not for lack of trying. Yeah, that's Dobish fully going at Peyton Krebs. Yeah, ref gave him a talking to. Shot 17-12 for Montreal. This is a much livelier game than we've seen. Whoa! Shot-wise. Oh, this is a penalty coming up against the Sabres. I think there might have been a trip there. Dobish is pulled, and we'll see what the Habs can accomplish here. The answer is nothing. Josh Norris takes the puck. 15-17 to go in the second, and Josh Doan is going to the box, and Josh Doan has taken a lot of penalties in this series. That's a trip on Cole Caulfield. Yeah, you know what? Like, he could have created a scoring chance there out of a trip, and he's saying, I lip reading there, I think he said that's so soft. And he's not entirely wrong, but context matters. You tripped a player gently, but it would have led to a change in possession that could have given your team a crazy advantage. Game 5, 6, or 7, do they let that go? Maybe. But it's game 3. Habs win the faceoff. Hudson, Demidov, Slav cross ice. Oh, what a pass! And Caulfield can't bury it. He cannot buy one. Slavkovsky, Demidov. That shot goes wide. Is that out of play? Stopped at the line. Hudson, Suzuki, Hudson, Suzuki, Demidov, Hudson, down low. Slav had it on the goal mouth. I think he was surprised to get the shot, the pass. Demidov, Hudson, Suzuki. Only 40 seconds gone here. Demidov leans into that. Wide. Hudson kind of down low here. He switched spots with Demidov, Suzuki. Minute 10 to go. Suzuki, Demidov, Caulfield, Suzuki, Hudson, Suzuki! That stop from Lyon. Demidov gets it to Hudson, who's back at the point. Hudson, Suzuki fakes the shot. Suzuki, net front. Slavkovsky can't get the shot off. Demidov, Hudson, what a power play. On! That's at the side of the net. Caulfield keeps it alive. Gets it to Demidov. Hudson, what a move! Caulfield! Buries it! Ew! Hudson with the toe drag filth to set up Cole Caulfield for the brain-melting go-ahead goal for the Montreal Canadiens in the second period. Ew. Oh, my God. Please show me that again. It's a miracle the Habs didn't score earlier than they did. By Hudson to Caulfield in. Oh, my goodness. Was that Greenway? Greenway, no stick. Bye-bye. Hands it off to Caulfield. Back of the net. Wow. 2-1 Habs. Oh, they might not be done. Yeah, they are. They're offside. You're offside. They blow it dead. Giggling Cat sent 5 SDPN memberships. Ostino Mina says, choo choo, all aboard. Where is your conductor hat, Steve? Where is my conductor hat, Steve? There it is. Madnoid sent 5 SDPN memberships. Francois Labelle says, finally, goal Caulfield. Francois Labelle gives 5 SDPN memberships. Jean-Sebastien Roy says, keep up the good work, SDPN. That is nice, Jean-Sebastien. Merci beaucoup, mon ami. Silent Rob gifted 5 SDPN memberships. Cassie says, oh, by the way, my day started with me driving past a car engulfed in flames. Talk about a bad omen. Oh, my God. To start off the week. Okay, I got to run. Have fun. Cassie, you're just going to... Okay, bye. Oh, come on, mes amis. Mon ami. Jacques Bisson sent 5 SDPN memberships. Holy cow, we're drinking from a fire hose right now. Oh, all aboard. They're calling everything this playoffs, not just this series, says Evan Richter. Drew, has that been your experience through 3 games with Minnesota and also the King series? Are they calling everything? No, it's not your experience. I don't know. Yeah, I just I kind of feel like that was the right call. Like, again, I've seen more blatant trips go uncalled, but that is a trip on the puck carrier in front of their goalie. They fall down and it is your fault and they lose possession. Like, that matters. That context matters. I'll send you a pic on Twitter DM, Steve. Bye. Okay, bye. Mike Schmidt sent 20 SDPN memberships. That's Vaint. He gifts Vaint memberships. Merci beaucoup. A lot of you are going to get to experience SDP VIP for the first time, and I'm so happy. Nico Maddock from a Sabres fan. This series is over. This is the Hap series to lose. Go Sabres. All right, Hedgelord. Happy Mother's Day to Mrs. Dangle. Merci beaucoup. Sorry, I'm hiccuping and burping the Portuguese food. Anderson feeds the point. It's Matheson. Matheson. Loud Alex Lyon chants in Montreal. I can't even hear myself think. Carrier gets that through, kind of chopped at and stopped. That was Deneau, stopped by Lyon. Alan Walsh in the building for tonight's game. That's intel. Texier. Power. Anderson! Rebound! Deneau says he scored! Ref waving it off! And we're going to get a review here. It should be pretty interesting. 12:50 to go in the second. Did Philip Deneau just make it 3-1 Montreal, or is this going to stay off the board? Drew is saying emphatically it's a goal. Say happy Mother's Day to Mama Dangle. Oh, I don't know if this one's going to count. I think it was under Lyon. Nah, it's under him. Not like from that angle, you can't tell that it's loose. No, it is loose. Oh, that's a goal. That's 100% a goal. That's absolutely a goal. You didn't answer the phone, but everyone wants to wish you a happy Mother's Day. I love you. Yeah. Wait, did you mean my wife or my mom? Oh, great. I have so many mothers in my life. Oh, they don't even review it? Wow. They said the whistle blew too early. Yeah, that's a goal. They scored a goal and it came off the board. Wow. Wow. And the refs better pray Montreal wins this game. Giggling Cat gifted 5 STPN memberships. You deserve restitution. I like your hat, Steve. I like it too. Why not both? I just ran out of time. Don't you worry. Don't care. It should have been a goal. It should have been. Call mom. Hi, Mom. I'm on live stream right now. Yeah. Everyone wants to wish you a happy Mother's Day. Yeah. Oh, she says thank you. Do you think that should have been a goal? She says yes. Okay. I love you. You have a great rest of your evening. Oh, what a move! Ah! It's at the side of the net. Okay. Love you. All right. Bye. Mom. Alex Lyon. Oh, accidentally put it in his own glove. He didn't mean to do that. Wizardry Man. $2 says Matt's is a crucial part of the next level of Leafs history. Also, happy Mother's Day to all you moms out there. We met your mother-in-law. Call her too. No! You're just making my job hard now. Line, I'm deaf. Oh, I'm blind, I'm deaf. I want to be a ref. Oh dear. Purple people eaters. That is unkind. Giggling cat. Get the likes above 1,000. Come on now. We all know how YouTube works. Stopped by Dobish. That was Josh Doan, who just looks angrier and angrier every time the puck or the camera is on him. Shots 22-12 for the Montreal Canadiens, says Craig Simpson. Let's see this. Josh Doan. That's a nice rush and a nice shot, but a nice glove save. That is a nice glove save from Jakub Dobish. 11:45 to go in the second. Gooley. Josh Anderson. Stops up. Plays the puck high to Texier, to Carrier. Walking the blue line. Shot. That is wide. Lyon kicks it. Habs. It's along the half wall. Dahlin, what a move. Dahlin gains his own. Hands it off. Shot. Stopped by Dobish. And that was Josh Doan again. 11:16 to go in the second. Dobish perhaps trying to draw a call there. So we got it straight from Dangle's mouth. He hates his mother-in-law. Wait for commercial. She's from Aberdeen. Watch. She's going to answer the phone. Lane Hudson, Yuri Slavkovsky airmails it all the way onto the stick of the Sabres. Oh, bodies flying in the neutral zone. Habs just stay on side. Suzuki. He gained the zone, but not exactly with speed. Caulfield stripped by Byram. Byram plays it behind him. Caulfield lays into Byram. Power. Here come the Sabres now. Jack Quinn. Picked off by Slav. Suzuki. Sabres back checking well. Lyon doesn't know where the puck is. Byram. Power. Krebs. Off the end boards. That was for McLeod. He's had a bit of a quiet game. Oh, but here he is now. With time, with space, with the puck. Hands it off. Shot! Dobish stops that, and he hangs on to the rebound. And we're going to get some stuff here after the whistle. Slav, he did whack Dobish's glove. Was that Logan Stanley? Stanley not wasting an opportunity to get after Slav. It was a joke, a sad try at a joke. I'm calling her. Leafs fan cheering for Montreal. Nope. Call your mother-in-law. I paid for it. The Bettman directive to the refs is in effect. Killing in the name of. It's my mother-in-law. Voicemail. I should just start calling random numbers. We did that on the podcast once, actually. Funny story. Oh, Zucker tried the wraparound there. It didn't work. So we did a bit years ago during COVID, during our remote shows. I'll tell you at Whistle. Zucker, hands it up. Oh, Timmins can't get the shot off. That would have been a real good chance for Buffalo. Timmins stays with it. Stripped by Jake Evans. Dobson. Gain center. Dumps it. Tage Thompson. Habs hold the zone. Logan Stanley. Can't find Peyton Krebs. Oh, down the ice. This is going to be a chance here. Valeno. He has help. And they score! Zach Bolduc. Choo-choo. The Habs score. Waved off. And now this one, not so waved off. The 3-1 lead that Montreal thought they had is restored. This building might actually erupt by the time the night is done. Stanley, poor pass in the neutral zone, can't get it back in the defensive end, can't close off Valeno, and no one catches up to Zach Bolduc. Joe Valeno. I was skeptical about his presence in this series with how good Montreal was against Tampa. That's a great play, great read, great pass from Joe Valeno to set up the 3-1 goal. Giggling Cat gifted 10 SDPN memberships. Merci beaucoup. This series is who gets caved by Carolina. Don't be so sure. Matheson on. That goes out of play with exactly 9 minutes to go in the second. Steve Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe. Tell all your friends. Start a group chat with your number neighbors. So is that people who are just one number off from you? That's actually crazy. I would do that. Hey, Steve, just wondering what you think of this trade idea. First to St. Louis for Thomas, the 11th and the 15th. So the first overall pick to St. Louis for Robert Thomas, the 11th and the 15th. It's not good enough that I'm agreeing to it, but it's not stupid enough that I'm completely saying no. Ride the Gavin train. The chat is saying emphatically no. LMAO poverty offer. You don't get hung up on, but no. See, that I think that's the right response. You don't get hung up on, but no. Like Robert Thomas, the 11th, the 15th. Okay, you got my attention. Altalis. Thank you, Steve. I'm a little too stressed to watch live, but you were 30 seconds in advance so I can listen to you, then watch the goals. You know what? I'll take it. 3-1 must be a familiar experience for you, Steve. They can't call this one back, right? Choo choo. Oh, Francois, you're changing it up. Habs are the real train. Oh, don't tell the CEO. Don't tell the CEO. Listen, I don't know how much longer I'm going to have this hairline. I got to show it off. Girthy Bettman, here's a trade. Domi for future considerations to any team so he never plays center on the Leafs again. It's tempting. Face off in the Buffalo end. Turnover. Bolduc in front. Can't find the stick of Valeno. Sabres. Lane Hudson gets to it first. Oh, but Mallenstein all over him. Habs get out of their own end. Doc tries to get around Samuelson. Greenway. Nice pass to Sam Carrick. He's got Beck Mallenstein with him. They crisscross. Sam Carrick on. Stop by Dobin. Malenstein absolutely crushes Jakub Dobish. Wow. And this is going to be a complete line brawl. Oh, Dobish getting up and shaking it off. Malenstein absolutely torpedoed him. I can't even tell who's who here. Malenstein down on the ice. He looks hurt. Dobish going straight to the Habs bench. He absolutely, that's got to be a penalty. Malenstein bleeding from the mouth here. Loud Dobie chant. What on earth is that mascot? Oh, giggling cat. That's a long story. Jack-Eye was on the ice when you pulled that? You're nuts. 8:28 to go in the second. Did Bolduc hit him into Dobish? I don't think so. Maybe slight. No. Yeah, he didn't even try to stop. Got like there's no gray area. Like he wasn't going left of him, he wasn't going right of him. He went yeah, no. That angle is the worst. That's the most damning. He goes straight at Dobish. And Bolduc beats the crap out of him. Refs. Malenstein 2 minutes. Montreal gets a 2-minute power play out of that. Honestly, worth it for Buffalo. Malenstein and Greenway go to the box, and Bolduc goes to the box. Domi will be second line center for the next 3 years. You stop it! Malenstein is very lucky to not be the new Kreider. Tuck is saying there's 4 guys on him. There should be. You ran the goalie. Stanley and Jack-Eye having a little conversation. You notice Jack-Eye is always involved, but no one will go. Like the Tampa series, I'm sure Sabrin would have. He just never got the chance. Greenway has been given lots of opportunities. He won't go. Stanley won't go. Greenway and Malenstein having a good laugh about it in the box. And Bolduc, the third goal scorer for Montreal, fourth, depending on who you ask, is in the box. Honestly, he's probably lucky he only got 2 on account of he did beat the brakes off of Beck Malenstein. 2 minutes for rushing at a goalie. That's why I said worth it. You think they feel bad right now? You're down 3-1. You're getting outplayed. You're in their barn. Dobish is playing really well. That's worth the risk. Trade the farm for Bolduc. I need that kind of anger. This is Celtic Warrior. Oh, what is that? Oh, someone's mouth guard? Ew. No, I think that was a skate guard. A mouth guard? All right. Habs power play. 8:28 to go in the second. I forgot there was a hockey game. Hudson with it at the blue line. Demidov, Hudson, Demidov. Yeah, and me believing that was a shot. Slav, Demidov, Slav. Slav all the way back to the blue line. Down low to Demidov. Demidov cross ice. Can't find his man. Hudson. McLeod guarding at the point. He's so fast. Suzuki. Caulfield. Hudson. Caulfield. Hudson. On. That's deflected and in. I think it was Juraj Slafkovsky who got a piece of it. And not so worth it now. 4-1 Montreal with 7:43 to go in the second. Caulfield bumps the slump. Slafkovsky bumps the slump. And Montreal continues their high-flying ways from game 2 here in game 3. You know what? That was a double donk, maybe even a triple donk. Dobish, big Selly. Giggling Cat, 10 SDPN memberships. Merci beaucoup. Chief saw his hairline. 6 more weeks of Domi at 2C. No! So Lion is absolutely getting run, right? What do you mean only 2 minutes? Sam Bennett's getting 0 for that. That's funny. You ran the goalie. You need to have your head on a swivel for the next 3 years. Sabres! And Dobish covers it up with 7:30 to go in the second. Francois Labelle gifted 10 SDPM memberships. Giggling Cat gifted 10 SDPM memberships. I can't remember if I already said that. Habs send guys out second, right? I normally do not like fighting, but Jack I better pound Malenstein into the bloody ground on Malenstein's next shift. Last time I said what a team should do for retribution, everyone got mad. But put it this way. If you want to get your lick back, it's not on Malenstein. And Sabres fans, you agree. I am saying that true. I am. Texie Anderson, what a stop from Lion. What 2 stops from Lion. Wow. Keeping the Sabres in this game as much as he can. He can't score goals for him, but those were 2 incredible saves with 7 minutes to go in the second here. Matheson being chased by Tage Thompson. That's crazy. The Sabres scored in the first minute of this game, and from that moment onward, it's been all Habs. This game is a powder keg waiting to blow. You ain't wrong. Didn't hurt Dobish and ended Slav's drought. LMAO Buffalo, says Daniel D. If you get a membership from me and don't click like, your pillow will always be hot. $6:45 to go in the second. McLeod versus Newhook in the Hab zone. Oh, wow. Dobish had to poke check that away. That was a good heads-up play by the Sabres. That was read by the Habs. They got to do what Petro did. Kane was being a D-bag, so they tomahawk chop Draisaitl. Greenway hands it off. Up the ice. Evans hit by Darlene. 4-1 dangerous lead. Oops, we're not the Leafs. Francois, you better hope they win this game, buddy. Alex Lyon is getting Patrick Wadd here. Yeah, they're heckling him, but he's on the other team, so not quite the same. Not quite. Not quite. Not quite. I hope Jack-Eye does something before the end of the game, says Jean-Sebastien Roy. Valeno. Benson. Doan hands it off. Oh, Doan almost had another chance. Oh, Benson! He's stopped by Dobish. That puck bounced right to him. And we're going to get a call here, I think, on Doc. Possibly a hold. The train better run off the track. Habs must lose, says Dan Patrick. As a Bruins fan, Bell Center has insane aura. It's ridiculous. Yeah. Josh Doan's taken a lot of penalties in this series, but he draws one there, and he's had a couple of the Sabres' best chances to score in this game. I meant being left out there to die like Wah. Oh. Wah, if I'm not mistaken, allowed 9 goals that game. I did a whole retrospective on that game during COVID. Oh, so the story I meant to tell you, we played like phone number roulette on my phone because from when I covered junior and onward, but mostly when I covered junior, because I was a producer and like calling all these teams nationwide, um, I had my Rolodex was crazy. And they're like, call those numbers and see if they still answer. And like most of these guys don't play in the city they play junior in. And, most of them don't keep their number. So we just kept trying these numbers. If I remember correctly, the last time we tried that bit, that I believe we didn't do very well that day because I was rather distracted, was January 6th, 2021. We were recording live during the insurrection and we didn't talk about it, but you can see the moment where I realize what's happening. And Adam's like, I know, we're not, stop. Oh my God. What a ridiculous time in our lives, man. Ottawa sweeps Boston to get to PWHL finals, says Denise Campbell. I'm a diehard Sharks fan, but I like the Habs. I'd have Jack-Eye waiting at the penalty box if they didn't score. Probably why I'm not coach. Sabres have the power play, by the way, and a chance to get back in this game. Doan out there. Tage Thompson. Rasmus Dahlin. Gets his shot. Wow. Just a laser beam of a goal for Rasmus Dahlin. You tripped me up with your name. Rasmus Dahlin pulls the Sabres to within 2. And Francois, I bet you're not feeling so good about making the 4-1 jokes because there's lots and lots of time left in this game. And the one thing the Sabres know how to do is score. That is a dart off the goalpost, off the goal cam. And this is a game, folks. Giggling Cat sent 5 SDPN memberships. Merci beaucoup. By the way, we're doing a giveaway for a 6-inch Austin Matthews figure. Thank you to McFarlane Toys. You got to click the link in the description and in the chat by the end of second intermission. Carrier. Thompson and Doan with the assists. Sabres hold the line. Thompson in front, no one there. And Caulfield gets rid of it. Giggling Cat 5 SDPN memberships. Did I mention that yet? I have no idea. Someone on our Habs wants Martin St. Louis himself to avenge Dobas. He might. 4:39 to go in the second. Habs in 5. Choo-choo, says Francois Labelle. Which insurrection was worse, January 6th or WWF 2001? I'm declining to answer that. Yeah, okay. Good move. Danault versus McLeod. Merces versus McLeod. Oh, Anderson fires that wide. Danault. Byram's been so good. Fellow Francois here. Oh, I didn't trust anything till it's done. I was about to say Dobish is on fire, and then the Sabres scored. And he had no idea where that puck was. Habs. Oh, wow. Gooley holds the zone. Can't center it. Greenway. Here comes Buffalo. Oh, they tried to pick the corner there. It didn't work. Oh, Anderson. Oh, Byram. Just crazy reach. He's a really good player, man. I know people are talking about the Sabres getting rid of him. I just don't think that makes you better. You do have Darlene. You obviously have power. I don't know. There's nothing wrong with having a good decor, man. Oh, what a move from Doan. Hands it off. Shot. Stopped by Dobish. Oh, Benson had a gimme. But Doc was on him. That puck goes into the corner. Benson got Doc still all over him. Gooley trying to get Doan away from it. Doan back to Samuelson. He flubs it. Texier. Sabres hold the line. Habs get it out. Doc cross ice. Veleno's going to catch up to this. He's going to drive. He shoots, and he drives right into Lyon, and we're going to get Veleno's down. Oh, Lyon gets back up. Wow, very different response from the Sabres here. Veleno's asking, you want it? Couldn't see which Sabre he was asking it to. Francois Labelle, my dad taught me to brag while you can. Fair enough. Is Lyon all right? That looked like it hurt him initially. Let's see. He's definitely... Jeez. Is Lyon that good of an actor? I think he's hurt. Oh, his leg was pressed against the post. He got up okay. He looks all right. 2:54 to go in the second. I don't think we're going to get any calls either. 26-18 are the shots for Montreal. Buffalo catching up a little bit. Suzuki wins the ozone draw to himself. On, blocked away by Lyon. Krebs. Oh, what a stick by Matheson. And that'll be offside. James. Who's got the best chance against the Canes? Stylistically, I think the Sabres. It's a difficult call. It's a really difficult call. Because you say the opposite? Drew says the opposite. Here comes Tuck. Oh, that's yeah. So the Hurricanes struggle against tough teams, Drew said, and the Habs are pretty tough. Oh, wow. Tuck. I'm surprised that's getting called. Tuck's going to the box here. And he hates the call. Was it a high stick or an elbow? What happened? Slap saying he's okay. I mean, to be fair, Veleno fell into, he didn't jump. Wow. Oh, yeah, never mind. Sorry, that's a high stick. I mean, I don't know if he needed to throw his stick, but... Oh, was it lifted out of his hands? Because it looks like he got high sticked and then throws it. Maybe you just got better eyes than me, which actually it's a pretty low bar, to be fair. And now Slav is out there on the power play. Habs are 2 for 4 tonight, and that's the difference in this game, by the way. Suzuki taking on Greenway in the faceoff dot. Greenway wins that one. Samuelson down the ice. Go the Buffalo Sabres. So this penalty, or rather power play, If the Habs don't score, will take us almost to the end of the second. There's exactly 2 minutes to go in the second, 1:43 to go in this power play. Habs gain the zone. Slav, Caulfield, Hudson, Demidov, Hudson, Demidov, slot, Slav, Demidov, great pass to Suzuki, too high for Caulfield. Caulfield shoots, stopped by Lyon. Great hands there, Suzuki. Hudson, one-timer from Demidov off the post. Oh, I thought he scored. Hudson, Suzuki, Demidov. Demidov's looked great tonight. Down low. Hudson was goal mouth. Couldn't get it going. Suzuki protects it. Sends it back to Demidov. Hudson. They've changed up the power play tonight. Have you noticed that? Hudson and Demidov doing a lot of switching. Caulfield. Hudson. On! Stopped by Lyon and covered up. 44 seconds to go on this power play. 57.1 to go in the second. And as Drew says, Hudson's actually shooting. He's been like the king of fakes, right? But like the fakes only work if you believe them. Oh, off the crossbar. Oh, that was deflected too, that save from Lyon. Hot take. I know he's allowed 4 goals. Lyon's been sharp. Faceoffs, Habs 30-16, and they win that one as well. They did this to Tampa, and now they're doing it to Buffalo. Really good faceoff team. Dobson. In front! That was deflected by Doc, stopped by Lyon. Sabres get it all the way down the ice. So we got 25 seconds to go in the power play, 36 seconds to go in the second. Dobson. Back to Doc. Out of the reach of Bolduc. Doc catches up to it. Bolduc loses it. Benson's going to try to rush it here. He hits McLeod. This could be something. McLeod. Stopped by Dobish. The Habs get the puck back, but their power play is over. Matheson tries to calm it down. Down the ice. That's chipped in, so there will be no icing. One final hit, and we will head to second intermission here. Habs thought they had the 3-1 lead. Didn't. Then they did. Then it was 4-1. And now it sits at 4-2. And I got to tell you, things feel mighty different at 4-2 than they did at 4-1. Do not think this game is over for a moment. Second intermission here. Steve Dangle on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe. Tell all your friends. Actually, wait. Let me try a different one. Click like, click subscribe. Tell all your enemies. Establish dominance. Daniel says Demi's first goal will either be legendary or an empty netter. It's crazy. Montreal is in the second round, let alone on the precipice of leading in the second round. And they have so many guys who are going through the most ruthless slumps. Caulfield ended his tonight, but after that miss earlier in the game, it looked like he would never score again. Slavkovsky was on a slump. I don't know if Demidov's ever scored like in his life. Drew, what do you want to Drew? Hey, a lot of you got gifted SDP VIP memberships. That gives you access to our 4th episode of the SDP every week. So we have the 3 regulars, usually Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And then usually Thursday night, we upload an SDP VIP episode. If you got gifted a membership, you have access to SDP VIP, and Drew's going to play you a clip. What's the clip? This is us talking about the Roomba dog and Scientology speed running. Well, this is a baptism by fire. I hope you like it.
Jesse, do you still have the Roomba that I passed along to you?
I do.
Or did
Still
it
works.
die? It still works.
Still functional, yeah.
Amazing.
The sucking power isn't as great as when you gave it to me, but it's still functional.
I mean, that thing's got to be 8 years old.
Is it? Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know how old it was
easily.
when you gave it to me, but yeah, it's pretty old, but it still works.
So my Roomba,
It's very loud.
yes, they are loud. They're very loud.
really
Now,
loud.
iRobot, the company, has basically gone out of business, and I found this out because, or at least they stopped doing stuff because I tried to get one of my newer Roomba fixed, and they're like, yeah, we don't service them in Canada. I was like, you don't what? So you have to get another brand now, and a lot of them have.
Wait,
like,
the Roomba brand isn't doing good?
iRobot, yeah, which was bought by Amazon. iRobot brand.
Oh, shit.
She shouldn't be allowed in the Met.
Out of
You know
business.
what? No, this is all Lauren's fault.
Filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy December 2025. It's not going out of business. It's undergoing restructuring.
No way.
Blah,
I
blah,
thought
blah.
Roomba was always doing well, but I guess they got pushed out. Because, like, now if you go on Amazon or wherever, you can find better versions of Roombas for, like, half the price.
Yes.
Right? But they had the name brand associated with
They did, and they were also the first ones to really kind of perfect it.
Yeah.
And what's cool about them is you can now, or you used to be able to, and I think Dyson's got a version. A bunch of Chinese companies have versions. There's plenty of them out there.
Dyson's one of those brands where it's like, I can get a fan that's just regular.
Yeah,
I don't really need a Dyson.
but they make them now where
Unless they want to give me one.
they vacuum and mop, and they dispose on their own, which is kind of neat. The reason I bring up, why did I bring up the Roomba? I was going a direction with this.
I'm sorry. That was me. That was me.
The guy that created the Roomba has created something else.
The Toomba.
The Toomba, does it play? It just goes around your house playing Toomba?
No, it's a tomb you can hang out in.
When you die? Like, are you a vampire?
Yeah. It's a portable tomb.
It is not. What do you think? What would the guy that created the Roomba go to? What's his pivot?
The Boomba.
Hair dryers. He did sucking. Now he's doing blowing.
Well, that would make sense, right? Because that would be that's the Dyson model,
yes.
right? They did the hair drying and then they did fans and all that shit. Yeah, no. He's he's decided it's going to be something like the Roomba. His name is Colin. He unveiled his new company called Familiar Mechanics and Magic at the Wall Street Journal's The Future of Everything event this week. And his goal is to make robots act more as emotional companions than chore machines.
All right.
So
There are 8 billion people. Adam, how do you always...
I love these stories. because I
All
love the
roads
reaction.
lead back to AI.
No,
Jesus.
No. Now,
Yeah, no, it's going to have AI in it.
everything's got AI on it now, but that's not the key. The key is this 4-legged robot,
Is going to run the Toronto Maple Leafs.
yes, codenamed Amy, AMI. The robot looks like a cross between a dog and a bear and designed to spark connection with its human owner.
There are so many dogs. What is that?
Ew, what the...
What?
That doesn't look like a dog and a bear to me. That looks like an alien lamb chop. Do you remember that show, Lamb Chops? That's just...
The weirdest, whitest person you know is going to own 3 of these.
It's not abundantly clear at this point what it is even supposed to do, other than it's a robotic pet, I guess, that doesn't shit in your house. So I'm just wondering, as new dog owner Steve Dangle, do you feel like you made a...
Hold on. Hold
here you
on.
go. All right. Do you feel like you made a poor investment? Because the future is nigh.
There you go.
You know what? You know what? Yeah. I don't think it's normal for 38-year-olds to feel this old.
Yeah. Fair.
You know what I mean?
Fair. Yeah.
But like also I don't feel out of touch. Like whenever it comes to these stories like robots and AI and everything, I don't feel out of touch. Like I don't understand today's youths because these are all perpetuated by people older than us.
Yeah, this man is in his 50s or 60s.
Hey, you know what the new hottest thing is? It's this idea by someone in their 50s. And it sucks turbo ass.
At least the Roombas worked. They were great.
Yeah, that sucks turbo floor.
I don't think you should be out of touch. You should feel out of touch because I feel like the general population is on your side.
He's out of touch.
The people who are making these things are the out of touch people, and those are just like the Silicon Valley weirdos who have all this money because they invented Roomba, and they're like, AI is the future, robots in homes, and this is what the people want. And they're so wrong because nobody wants this.
So, according to The Verge, it can't grasp objects or climb stairs, which kind of limits its usefulness, but it's not supposed to be useful. It does have generative AI, I told you that, but that's not the key here. It doesn't speak, but it purrs, and it makes other pet-like noises.
It's a
you know what
dog.
makes pet-like noises?
And it exists
A pet!
solely to make people feel less lonely, which is, I think, also part of the pet thing.
You should be
Yes,
more
it's
lonely.
we had these. Remember as a kid, they'd have the little robot dog?
Yes,
And
I had
they'd
one.
run the commercial
Yeah.
during Christmas all the time. We had
Furby.
these.
Thank
It
you,
is
Jesse.
literally a grown-up Furby.
This is an
Yeah.
expensive adult toy.
Yeah, that's all it is. But don't sell it like it's something else other than, hey, here's a robot dog.
Some say...
Hey, what if your Tamagotchi was real and off-putting?
Yeah, that's all it is.
It scared your neighbors. Can
What
you
if
imagine?
what if you brought people over what if you brought people over for the first and last time? Do you want a product that makes sure people come over for the first and last
Just
time?
one time, yeah.
Yeah.
Some other crucial points include a touch-sensitive coat that should, in theory, be pleasurable to pet, and onboard
Don't like
cameras
that word.
and microphones
Hate that word.
that help the robot react to situations without streaming that audio or video anywhere. It doesn't have to connect to the internet to work. And a lot of people are saying, well, there's a lot of people that are lonely that could use this.
I actually think this is a lot less harmful than we were selling it at the beginning. It's just a low robot dog pet.
It is.
I feel like it might be fine.
Why is this person doing yoga with their weird little dog thing?
Look at the dog. It's a teddy bear that moves.
It
And
doesn't.
if some kid wants this, I don't know. I don't hate it.
A kid wants a pet. They don't want this weird bullshit. What is it?
Kids want
Jesse,
toys.
I haven't seen a kid yet.
Kids want toys.
Yeah.
These are grown-ups.
Yeah, that is a grown man, but like, a kid's not gonna invent it.
These people are prime middle management age. What do you mean, kids?
Yeah, he's just the inventor.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
He
Now,
didn't make him for himself.
we got some emails.
Made for a kid. We can do. I want to do one story.
One story. Oh,
You brought this is fun stuff.
give it to me. I love it.
But we
I love a
got
Jesse
one
story.
thing that we need to do. And I sent you links to the news articles because I want you can do the news portion. I just need to play this for you, fellas.
Oh, this is
If
amazing.
you haven't been up on the greatest thing that's going on the internet right now.
Have you seen? Or do you want me to say it, or do you want to say it?
I want to play
go.
the video and then you set it up and everything.
All right.
Because children these days are better than when we were kids. They have the advantage of technology and mainly social media and phones. They can do whatever they want, these phones and social media. And they've decided this time to make speed running a thing. Speed running in video games, it's when you're trying to get through the whole game really fast.
Yeah.
So people do world records to speed run a level of Super Mario.
Right.
That's the thing. But kids these days, they've taken on speed running places in real life. So their choice of place, I think Steve might have seen this and knows where this is going.
This is incredible. It's incredible.
I didn't understand it first, and now I do.
The choice of place for children to speed run has been Scientology videos, buildings. So kids are taking out their phones and running through Scientology buildings and trying to get as deep as possible into Scientology buildings. And then they're filming the whole thing and posting it to socials. This is one of the deeper Scientology speed run raids that we have going. Are you ready?
Yes.
One of the deep.
Get out!
And yeah, they just break down the door. Just for everybody context, if you're listening or
Sometimes
whatever.
they'll leave the doors open and then
Yeah.
they'll run in.
They
too.
just you break open a door. You try and get as deep into the building as
Trespass.
possible.
I believe it's called trespass.
Yes, you illegally trespass in these Scientology buildings. You try and get as deep as possible, and you film it, and then you run out. And that's what they're doing.
Get out!
Get out! What are you doing? Get out of the building!
Trespass, assault.
So they come in with an air horn. And they're running through the building. What I'm always shocked by is how ugly these buildings are.
Wearing masks.
They're all wearing masks.
Yeah.
Yep. And if you could do play-by-play.
Well, so they're running through a building. There's the stairs to nowhere. And it literally looks like any old office building, but these kids are just running around looking just to get, do you see? Oh, and then, this is the stairway out. Let's turn around. Let's come back. Get out of here. And there's a guy with a weird vest who is exactly the kind of person you would expect to be in a building like that. And they and they're trying to keep the door open just to be shits.
So Scientology buildings across North America have to be on patrol now for kids just raiding them. And this one, I'm not sure if it's this one
I think
or
that's the
another
LA one, isn't it?
This one's LA. I know one happened, a big one in Vancouver.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
There was one
It's
I
in that
saw,
article there.
okay.
Everyone was wearing a costume.
Oh, yeah.
It's like Super Mario and like a
amazing.
banana and like just
Yeah. And
running
actually,
through.
one teenager got arrested.
Yeah, it's a crime.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're committing a crime.
Officers received reports that between 250 and 300 people congregated to gain entry at the Scientology premises in West Hastings Street at the corner of Homer Street in Vancouver. Police tried to kick in the back. They tried to kick in the back gate, and then they alleged that people were throwing things at officers. And then I love this. This is just such a Captain America quote. It may seem fun to young people to get swept up in these viral trends, but this is a criminal matter, said Sergeant Adam Donaldson on Sunday. It's like when when Captain America flips the thing around, he's like,
So you want to commit crimes?
It started obviously in the States, and they said this is a coordinated act involving attempts to breach a religious facility to disrupt its operations. I don't think that's what people are trying to do. I think they're just trying to be edgelords and run through the building and then leave.
Now, I do want to say something about kids these days. They just have phones.
Yeah.
That's the difference. People our age did this.
Oh, yeah.
I heard stories about, except they wouldn't speed run Scientology because they were probably too afraid. They would, this is terrible, but I'm pretty sure they would do it on like Halloween, which is a day where it would be normal to knock on someone's door and then open it for a stranger.
Oh,
Right?
yeah.
Oh, there's 5 kids on my doorstep. I'm going to open the door and think nothing of it. And then what they would do is when they opened the door, the kids would rush the door, run into their kitchen, like take a bunch of forks and knives and shit, and run out.
That's insane.
They would just run into someone's house, steal their cutlery, and leave. And this is like early 2000s.
That's kind of funny. I have
maybe
to say.
late 90s.
That's so funny.
And
Basically,
they
everybody-
just didn't record it.
Hey, did you like the thing you just watched?
Was it hilarious?
Was it informative?
Was it me losing my mind?
Possibly.
Steve Dangle here. I see you've all been acquainted with SDP VIP. Steve Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. Hey, it's almost the end of second intermission, which means you're almost out of time to get an Austin Matthews 6-inch figurine courtesy of McFarlane Toys. This is a cool one. If you're into collecting the sports figures, especially the McFarlanes, some of the imports Dragon ones, but McFarlane is back. They're back. But this is a 6-inch one, and it's packaged. It looks a lot more like an action figure than you're traditionally used to seeing. Click the form in the chat, and you can also see it in the description. You'll see what I'm talking about. Rich Loth sent a dancing pear. Is it a turquoise pear? Giggling Cat sent a shocked hippopotamus, and also a scared emoji, and also a Superman pear with boxing gloves. Mickelson says, without context, 6 inches is the perfect size. Insider J Money. Steve Dangle stole all my spoons. Halloween 2003. Drew and I were just talking about the really stupid things we would do as like teenagers. For me, it was mostly like very early teens, maybe even preteens. Everyone had one friend who had a paintball gun. Paintball City was your jam? What you know about Laser Quest? 24/7? No. I never did overnight Laser Quest. That sounds friggin' incredible though. Okay. So the bad news is my wife missed my call wishing her a happy Mother's Day. The good news is because she fell asleep on the couch. Third period is about to begin. Habs holding on to a 4-2 lead. Sabres were down 4-1. Darlene scores the 4-2 goal on the power play, and I got to tell you, they immediately look like they woke up. Slav plays that into the neutral zone. Suzuki offside. 29-18 are the shots for Montreal. Ahoskova. I grew up in a boring residential neighborhood, so me and friends would go around being absolute jerks with Aztec death whistles and stuff at night. Where do you even get one of those? Those TikTok videos are terrifying. Face off in the Montreal zone. So that the whistle, the offside rather, sent everything all the way down. Suzuki on the draw against McLeod. Habs come up with it. And they get out of the zone. Dobish tries to slow that down for Carrier. It doesn't really work. McLeod, oh, he's got options. He's got options. Tries to find Jack Quinn. He's picked off. Slav. Re-racks. Sabres continue to apply pressure, though. Neutral zone. Caulfield. Slav. Gains the zone. Shoots! Stopped by Lyon. I was a little surprised by the shot. Oh, almost a giveaway. Texier. Darlene clears that. Him and Byram playing it back and forth. Down the ice. Tuck. Dumped. Dobish put his hand up for icing. That ain't icing, bud. Dano gets rid of it. A Zamboni driver who works for you sent 5 SDPN memberships. What a username. Sabres with it in their own end. I got the giggles. Tage Thompson. What a shot. But stopped by Dobish. That was cheeky. He gets it back. Uh-oh. That shot is blocked. Carrier chasing after him. He curls back. Thompson surveys the scene. And it's dumped. Carrier lays the body. Creates a bit of a turnover. But the Sabres, oh, they battled. They have possession still. They're in the neutral zone. They got to regain. They do. It's Thompson. Tries to get through Matheson. Doesn't work. Matheson, again, Sabres fans, I'm going to tell you, Matheson saw a lot of Kucherov in the first round and was very effective. Oh, Benson, like a bat out of hell to Timmins. Shot. That's blocked. Evans. Oh, he had an opportunity to get rid of that and doesn't. This might be costly here. Logan Stanley. He loses the zone there. Stanley's had a bit of a tough night. Sabres crashing the net. Norris. Matheson's been out there a little bit. Norris. Hard around. Finds Benson. Benson knocked down. Benson centers it. Norris can't get the bouncing puck. Now he does. Around for Benson. This is a good shift here for the Sabres' third line. Norris knocks down Demidov. Bolduc gets the puck to his D-man. Matheson, and they'll settle things down a little bit here. Veleno. Here come the Sabres with numbers and speed. Cross ice, swatted away. Montreal's got good sticks in the high slot. I've been calling that out since before this series began. Veleno. His shot is deflected out of play by Bowen Byram. The giveaway winner for the Austin Matthews McFarland 6-inch figurine, Andre Riel. Andre Riel, in case I'm saying it wrong. Andre Riel. Andre like Andre with an accent aigu. Riel, R-I-E-L. I went to school with the Riel. If Sportsnet would ask you to work with Tim, the Tim and Steve show, would you do it? That would be awesome. I'm building something with SDPN, baby. And it's kind of a full-time job. Nothing against Tim. Also, if Rogers offered me that, I'd be like, you heard all the things I said about you, though, right? Oh, you haven't? Oh, then never mind. Never did I. Shut up. Whoa! Leaned into by Doc Hudson. How doesn't he shoot that? Jack-eye, cross ice to Hudson. What's Hudson got the yips for all of a sudden? Beck Mallenstein's oh boy. Oh boy. Hudson trying to even it up. I don't think it's going to work. That was a terrible little shift there from Lane Hudson. He had a wide open net, didn't shoot. He had the yips at the blue line. It could have been a high stick, yeah. But then he gets a penalty on Beck Mallenstein. You could have maybe evened it up with a high stick. I need to see a replay. Look at this. Leaned into. How don't you? I guess it's a bouncing puck. But then I don't know how he doesn't keep it at the blue line. It's an obvious hold on Mallenstein. Jeez, Jack-eye almost killed him. Can you imagine if Jack-eye connected with that? But now the Sabres, it would have been a suspension. You're right. Now the Sabres have a chance to pull to within one. We're not even 5 minutes into the third. This is squeaky butt time, friends. Shots 31-19 for Montreal, and none of that matters because the Sabres are a shot away from being a shot away. Tage Thompson, down low. Doan, Thompson, on. That doesn't get through. Spin fire from Jack Quinn doesn't get through. Doan fighting for it. Benson. Nice pass to Dahlin. That fooled me. That pass is blocked. That pass gets through. Dahlin. Stop. There's a rebound kicked into the corner. Almost 93-mile-an-hour shot from Dahlin. Dahlin. Thompson. Down low. Doan can't handle the pass. Gets it back. Thompson. Doan. Shot. That's into the corner. Dahlin. Benson. Habs close in. Benson comes out with it. Thompson. Dahlin. I'm surprised the Sabres didn't shoot there. Cross ice. Thompson. Down low. Quinn. Oh, it's hit to the side of the net. Benson. Flubs it, and then Carrier flubs it. Sabres still have it. Thompson. Doan. Thompson. Doan in front. Where is it? They don't know. It's behind the net. Carrier, can he clear it? He cannot. Thompson, Dahlin, Thompson. Doan crashes. It's at the side of the net. Dobish doesn't have his stick. Thompson, stopped by Dobish and held on to by Dobish. 24 seconds to go in this Sabres power play. 14:01 to go in the third, and even Dobish looks exhausted. Wow. How does Dobish lose his stick? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. The cross crease pass hits Benson in the skate. It rolls through the blue paint, and somehow Dobish doesn't hit it in with his butt. That's crazy. Steve Dangle here on the STPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. Sabres win that draw. Dahlin. McLeod. Down low. McLeod. On. Into the glove. Rebound! It's loose! Where is it? They can't clear! Sabres! Krebs! Penalty almost done, but the Sabres are not. McLeod. 5 shots on that power play. Krebs. Byram. Being chased by Hudson. Playing the role as forward. Gooley. Dobson. Almost give it away. Gooley gets rid of it to center. Sabres gonna get right back to work here. McLeod. Driven wide. Slavkovsky can't get out of his zone. Oh, I think that's the wrong call. I don't think that was offside. Okay. Producer Drew's just got such a better eye. How didn't they score? Oh my God, what a save from Dobish on Tuck. Tuck, by the way, is having an insane game. And I don't think he has a point. I know this as a Tuck fantasy holder. Steve Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe, tell your friends. Officially, Tuck has 1 block, 2 shots, and 6 hits. And I believe it's only 2 shots because it hasn't registered that one yet. Holy Toledo. Hi, Steve. Hi. Hope you had a good Mother's Day with the family. I hope my wife had a better Mother's Day, honestly. If Matthews says he won't decide his future till July, what do? You can't wait till then. That's correct. You answer the question. I don't want them to trade their captain and number 1 center. That sucks. Does he want to be here? Feels like an important, relevant question to ask. Denise Campbell can barely hear the commentary. Where's the engineer cap? Can I unsqueeze now? Says Francois Labelle. No, you may not. You must squeeze. Choo choo for both these teams. This is the unforeseeable train series between the unforeseeable Buffalo Sabres and the unforeseeable Montreal Canadiens. Shots are now. They just took 2 shots away from the Sabres in front of my eyes. 13 minutes to go in the third. Sabres drive the net. Owen Power has it behind the Habs net. Tries to center. Doesn't work. Benson. Benson's edges are really sharp. Hudson. Battling 2 Sabres. Benson! Stopped by Dobish. Power. Net front, Dobish, what a stop on Benson again. Here comes Slavkovsky, out of the zone, gains center, gains the zone, hard around. Suzuki tries to get it to Caulfield, works, tries to get it to Slav, doesn't work. Benson, oh, this kid's got a motor, gives it to Power. Samuelson, on, stopped. Habs clear. This is probably going to be icing, though. Oh, it happened again. No way it happened again. Puck hits an errant stick, so there's no icing. That happened in the Tampa series. You're kidding. I can't think of ever seeing that, and it's happened twice in the same playoff run. Darlene, Tuck, what a move. Stripped by Dunno. I forgot his name for a sec for some reason. Matheson, Dunno. Tage Thompson, high neutral zone, passes it. Tuck, shot, stopped by Dobish. Texier, Habs have a 2-on-1. It's Texier with Dunno, Texier off the post, loose, they score! Kirby Duck! The puck was behind everybody, and Duck buries it. This game, this series is pure adrenaline. 77 puts up the 7th goal of the game. 5-2 Montreal in La Belle Provence after a few incredible saves from Jakub Dobish, almost all of them on poor Zach Benson. What a pass from Deneau. Texier, you know what? I think Lyon stops that with his glove. And how does that puck end up going through Lyon coming off the end boards? That's crazy luck against the Sabres and crazy luck in favor of the Habs. And after getting harassed online early in the Tampa series, Doc has his 4th of the playoffs. Veleno, Doc, back out there to the point. On. Habs regained the 3-goal lead here. Oh, Carolina might be off for 2 weeks, says SLS. Habs have the mandate of heaven, clearly. They scored after the icing was waved off because of the broken stick. Like, that's crazy. Can we make the train our logo? If I'm Martin St. Louis, I call a timeout next stoppage. Not anymore, you don't. Whoever called 4-2 for the Habs was a genius. Giggling Cat sent 10 SDPN memberships. Gracias, amigo. I don't know why that came out. Habs versus Canes. I don't hate it. Hey. This is too early for that. Told you we aren't the Leafs. Choo-choo, says Francois Labelle, and then he gifted 5 SDPN memberships. Demidov, a streaking Jake Evans, has it swatted away from him. Tries to get it to Newhook. Gets it to Demidov. Evans, Demidov. Newhook, can't find Demidov. Doan gets it out. Habs have to chase it. Sedin Magic says, never mind. Daniel D, damn, even the boards have makeup calls now. Byram being chased by Suzuki. Hey, man, say what you will about me streaming Habs games. They're not boring. Up the ice. Byram being chased by Suzuki again. 9 minutes to go in the third here. Do the Sabres have 3 more goals in them? It's the Sabres, man. It's possible. Connor Timmins. Tuck. Oh my gosh, what a move. Tuck. Can't get the pass through Carrier. Sheesh, that would have been gross. Carrier battling Tage Thompson. Dobish was trying to direct traffic there. Carrier broke his stick. Krebs. Stanley keeps it alive. Tuck. Battling Deneau. Tuck to Timmins. Timmins. That's deflected over the Habs net. Deneau. Carrier. No stick. Just go get one. Timmins. Cross ice. Tuck. Stopped by Dobish. Ghosts of the old forum are back, says Madnoid. Freak, is Drew here tonight? Oh, he is. How about that wild game last night? Love you, buddy. Drew's doing his thing where his team that is winning lost their first game of the playoffs, and he's like, we're screwed. Steve Dangle here. On the SDPN YouTube channel, click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. You just knew from the anthems that the Habs were winning this game, says Zadine Magic. Hey, don't count your chickens. But also, I agree, but at the same time, the Sabres scored in the first minute. Don't take your hat off. Why? It's itchy. It is really itchy. I don't know what it's made of, but the material is horrible. Locomotive engineer. That's so many minutes. I'm ripping the hat off. There's too much stuff on me. Is your second favorite team the Habs? They're not second. No. I've been open about this for a long time. I don't viscerally hate the Montreal Canadiens the way I should as a Leafs fan. In the same way that a lot of millennial Leaf fans, like between 1979 and 2021, the Leafs and Habs did not play a playoff series against each other. I grew up hating the Sens, the Sabres, the Flyers, the Devils. Mostly those ones. Yeah, and when the Habs were really good in the 80s, I was not alive. The 1986 Cup, I was not alive. The first Stanley Cup I remember, and I barely remember it because I was 5 years old, was the 1993 Cup. It's the first cup I remember. If Habs win the cup, you should do HFR all season. Absolutely not. What a move by Darlene. What happened in front of the net? Josh Norris and Caden Gooley were down on the ice. What happened? Hey, Steve, I enjoyed the 2021 series. How about you? Oh, yeah, that should be a penalty on Gooley 100%. He high-sticked him right in the face. Are they calling nothing? Yeah, it's clearly 2 minutes on Gooley. Freak 811. Nothing but love for Drew, but I love the rivalry that the Wild and Avs have. Oh, yeah. I will say I hate the Stars more. In fact, I think Drew and I can both agree we hate the Stars. Lakeshore West Go Train is the official SDPN train. And Drew says you hate the Wild more? You'll never get over Game 7? That's valid. That's traumatizing. I understand. So after the refs talk, Gooley goes to the box. It's objectively the right call. I know they took a while to get to it, but he high-sticked him. So, Sabres to the power play. Let's say they get a quick one here. This game's not over. 7:47 to go in the third. Habs win that draw, sent all the way down the ice. Lyon makes the save, and he gets the Bronx cheer. Darlene. Does that count as a shot? Thompson. Jack Quinn gains the zone, throws it around. Carrier trying to catch up to it. Thompson gets there first. Thompson. Quinn gets it to Darlene at the point. Fumbles it. Keeps it. What a move. Doan. Darlene. Darlene. Tage fakes the shot. Tage. Doan. Tage. Doan. Oh. Pass is intercepted. Tage won't take a slap shot, eh? Doan. Has he taken any in this series? Darlene. Tage. Benson. There's a broken stick blade that's causing some havoc. Everyone appears to have a stick on the ice. Benson. Wow. The defensive sticks from the Montreal Canadiens are crazy. Lyon way out of his net to play it. 6:30 to go in the third. 42 seconds to go on this power play. Darlene. That pass is off target. I would pull Lyon. Oh, there's only 30 seconds. You kind of missed your chance. You should have gone 6-on-4 here. Byram. You're down 3. Like, here come the Sabres with speed. That's McLeod. Tuck to McLeod. Back to the point. 15 seconds to work. Byram. Power. Byram. McLeod. Oh, in front. Puck bobbles around, but not on net. Anderson just trying to waste time here. Now the Sabres pull the goalie. That's interesting. So the penalty is over, but they will stay up a man. McLeod. Byram. Power. Anderson has his stick broken. That pass goes, or rather shot goes wide. McLeod holds the zone only for a moment. Habs trying to change here. Power. That puck goes way out of play. 5:10 to go in the third. Oh, Suzuki got popped by Power pretty good. Garrett Hamilton said Vesa Toskala. Why would you say that? I get that, Drew. I didn't say you didn't hate us more. That Game 7 OT winner will haunt you. I hate the Stars more because Dallas stole my team. Oh. Habs are the omens of plague. 2021 and now hantavirus. Ugh. I'm not even going there. Can I buy a little Hab scarf for your puppy Max? No. What's the itchy hat band made of? You might just need to put baby powder on it to avoid the irritation. I don't know. What are we doing here? What's going on? 100% cotton. Stick a fork in it. It's done. If Habs lose 10 subs. If the Habs blow a 3-goal lead right now, you better gift 1 billion subs. Denise, hoping Alan invested in really great earplugs. Oh, dude, the amount of concerts he goes to, the amount of concerts and hockey games Alan Walsh goes to, it's a miracle he's not deaf. He might be. When we talk, he might just be reading my lips. Who knows? I'm going up the country. Ba-da-da-doo-doo-doo. Buffalo got away with a lot of missed calls, says Jackie James. I think tonight's been a pretty good whistle. Ba, ba, ba. What are we doing here? What's going on? What is it? Like that's the game now. Hi. Oh, let's go. Face off in the Hab zone. Giggling cat. Cat mom is a retired nurse and is now saying to wash it with some tennis balls for some reason. Everyone says hi to cat mom. She's rooting for the Habs in an apology for. No, you don't have to apologize. Sabres. Oh, that was almost a between the legs pass for Benson. Evans. Can he clear it? He cannot. The Habs do eventually get to it. And here he is. Newhook. Again, it goes off the post, but they're calling it a goal because it's a penalty shot on an empty net. Alex Newhook buries yet another one without even burying the thing. 6-2 Montreal with 4:46 to go in the third. Second career multi-goal playoff game for Alex Newhook. And his first career one was last game. Crazy. Giggling Cat sent 10 SDPN memberships. Merci beaucoup. They showed Newhook's mom. And she's like, oh, yay! That was funny. That was funny. All right. Fifth of the playoffs for Alex Newhook. Suzuki with an assist and Evans with an assist. Oh, Bolduc connects with Timmins pretty good. Doc. Habs just going for the jugular here. By the way, Adam is streaming Ducks Golden Knights, eh? Yep. So don't go anywhere. Once this stream is done, Adam is going to be streaming right here on the SDPN YouTube channel. Game 4, Ducks Golden Knights. The Golden Knights absolutely ran the Ducks show in Game 3. Can the Ducks even it up at home in Game 4? Drew goes, hey, remember after Game 1 when you said you couldn't see the Habs beating the Sabres? Wow. They've outscored them 11-3 since I said that. That's actually wild. Here's 10 subs for the win. Choo choo, says Francois Labelle. Merci beaucoup, mon ami. McLeod. McLeod's so impressive, man. Oh, Quinn, shot. That's blocked. And oh, I think his stick might have rode up and clipped Gooley. Are they saying, hey, goodbye? I am watching you all from the middle of a severe thunderstorm warning. Godspeed. It's not an Ajax, is it? We've never lost power during a stream. And I'm hoping to keep that streak alive. Robert Briand sent 5 SDPN memberships. Merci beaucoup. There should be full penalty shot with empty net. There should be. Just saw on the TV, Habs won 3 series straight after being tied 1-1. Wee wee, hee hee, says Emo Jalapeno. Whoa, Tuck drives the net and almost has a tap in. Krebs stopped up. Texier, it's no empty net though. Nope, Central Texas. Yep, pretty far from Ajax. I think we're good. All right. Well, I hope you're good. Darlene with it in his own end. 3:05 to go in the third, and he is hearing it. Habs 1 win from this Leafs team's best run ever. I mean, they've already... Oh, my gosh! Valeto runs over... Who was that? Doan? And we got a penalty coming. Whoa! Fists are flying! Logan Stanley, Kirby Duck. There you get separated. Gooley. Who does Gooley got? Benson? Gooley's got Benson. Oh, Benson wants it against the much bigger Caden Gooley. Connor Timmins has Joe Veleno. I don't remember if Timmins has a fight on his card from his time at the Leafs. Benson, big-time fake tough guy? Oh, I don't know. See, Veleno's got Timmins, and Veleno's got his gloves off. Veleno, holy cow. He tried to make Josh Doan part of the boards, and Doan let up at the last minute, which was wise. Steve, does Lions start next game? Yo, Bone Crusher after a line brawl is crazy. Benson heading off. Never scared. North side, never scared. Oh my God, that's crazy. This song went crazy if you were in high school in the mid 2000s. Or was this 2003? This might have been 2003. If you were in grade 9 and finally had access to a weight room, this song went crazy. Oof. I might go back to UPL. But what's weird is I don't feel like Lion had a bad game. I really don't. Oh, Jack Eye on the ice doing his little circle. Oh, they're playing DMX. Dude, other teams just have a more fun time. When was the last time Scotiabank Arena played DMX? The NHL doesn't want to promote fighting. Well, they're promoting it right now. What song? What's the song called? Isn't it just Never Scared? Multiple penalties on the play. They didn't say who. The Sabres keep doubling up on guys, bad form, or they can't count. We can't rule any of them out. Gooley wagging his finger at Benson like bad dog. After the first couple minutes, I thought it was going to be a bad game. No quitting my Habs. Thanks again, Steve, says Adrena Gray. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Norris getting free shots while Logan Stanley, one of the biggest players in the league, is on top of a guy, which I don't have a problem with that. Stanley's tangled up with his guy, his mutual combatant. That's fine. What's Norris doing as the third man in? I don't like that. .247 to go in the third. Power play for the Habs. Dobish smiling. Is Jack High going to get power play time here? They are absolutely losing their minds in Montreal. Electric. MLSE needs to save on song licensing for shareholders, says Daniel D. New Hook. It's the second unit out there for the Habs. A little after my time. DMX is more my speed. Yeah, yeah. DMX was like a little before my time. But like just when I started going to dances and stuff, Party Up came out, which was insane, obviously. And all the ensuing remixes. Texier. New Hook. Absolute bedlam in Montreal. You know it's a good game when it just turns into a sing-along. Dobson. One-timer from Demidov is stopped by Lyon. Texier. Dobson. Demidov. Stopped by Samuelson and sent down the ice. Freaks is, yeah, I'm 46, so just a bit older than you. You're perfect DMX age. You are perfect DMX age. Yeah, I'm 38. I'm a little young. Just a little young for like the biggest DMX hits. Valeno. Habs can't center it. Valeno. Oop. Through the legs of Carrier. Sabres. Dahlin's still out there on the penalty kill, which I don't know if that's smart. Here comes Norris. Oh! That shot goes high. That was Krebs. We have to remember Steve is in his 30s for us 70s babies. I'm clinging on to my 30s. Jack-Eye shoots. If Jack-Eye scores in the final minute to make it 7-2, by the way, that'll go crazy. Anderson, slap shot, stopped by Lyon. You notice the Habs have enforced an all slap shot policy? Hit. Quinn. You notice that too, Drew? Here comes Josh Anderson. 30 seconds to go in the third. Habs not letting up at all. It's a full-on sing-along in Montreal. Buffalo takes game 1 with authority. Habs give it right back in game 2, and they stomp Buffalo in game 3, and it looks like we're going to have a fracas here at the end of regulation. Jack-Eye's getting suspended. That was not great. Yep, line brawl. Here we go. Line brawl. Line brawl. Jack-Eye absolutely suckered Sam Carrick with his glove on. Sabres doubling up again. They're doubling up again. It's Byram and Newhook. Byram, Newhook, and Carrick while the linesman is on Jack-Eye. I agree with, and Malenstein was out there. You can't tell me that's not intentional from Lindy Ruff. But here's the thing. Separating Jack-Eye from the pack, I understand. But you're just letting lawlessness reign otherwise. Oh, I mean, yeah, no, Jack-Eye's getting suspended. That was dumb. That was really stupid. Well, Montreal wins game 3, which is all anyone cares about, but Jack-Eye literally got a knockout punch on Sam Carrick at the final horn of a game that his team was winning by 4. He's going to get minimum a fine. I think that's a 1-game suspension in today's NHL. We'll see. But Bedlam in Montreal, none of the fans realize. They don't care. Figured Jack-Eye would get into trouble at some point. He beat the buzzer. I'm more Queen age. 61, says Francois Labelle. Wow. There's a Leafs Suck 67 jersey behind the bench. Like, of all... You're the Habs. I know it's allowed, but like... It's probably a guy that had it when Pacioretty was on the team and then took the nameplate. That's actually pretty clever. Jack-Eye is doing what the Leafs should do to Matthews should do when Matthews got need. Oh, who the hell is Metal? Is that the mascot you were talking about? Who the hell is Metal? I know UP. When the hell did Metal get here? Krebs didn't sucker punch Carrier seconds before. I'd have to see it again. Jack-Eye being suspended is worth it. Protect Dobish. Is Zamboni driver who works for you? Hey, Steve, longtime listener, first-time caller. Any chance you can ship some Hawkins cheesies to a Canes fan, optimistic but nervous about yet another Hurricanes ECF? I could maybe do that. Love me some Queen. Fat bottom girls, you make the rock and world go round, says Freak. Here, let me before we go, I want to rewind to see what you were talking about with Krebs, because I obviously didn't see it. Okay, Krebs goes into the corner with Carrier. Carrier knocks him down. Krebs gets up. Yeah, but he doesn't do it with the force of Jack-Eye. No, it's not the same. Oh, the Habs 2-on-1 Malenstein there. Okay. Can I say something? Habs fans, can I say something without you getting upset? Jack-Eye is one of the toughest customers in the NHL. No doubt. Guys don't want to fight him. No doubt. He does kind of aura farm. He aura farms a lot. Yeah, he does. He does. I don't know, the orange fluffy thing with the white plastic face. This is Giggling Cat. Dude, I don't even know what's going on anymore. Peros ended his career in Montreal. Fine only. I think he's going to be suspended for game 4. How does Montreal bounce back? Steve Dangle. Yeah, listen. For every Canes and 4 I get right, that one was big ol' wrong. If Aura protects our guys, I will take it. Oh, Aura absolutely works, by the way. Like, here's the thing. There are some tough guys that have to prove they can kick your ass, like, on a nightly basis. Arbor Jack-Eye's a placebo. He doesn't need to prove he can kick your ass. How many guys league-wide can confidently go Arbor Jack-Eye and, like, not be the clear underdog? Like, you're like, oh, yeah, that's a relatively even fight. It's a short list. Delorier, which is going to be crazy if the Habs and Canes meet. Both of them will barely play. Olivier, 100%. Olivier, 100%. I don't know about Reeves anymore. That dude's old. He's tough as hell, though. Jeannot, Sabrin, Don't confuse nuts with tough. Sabrin's willing, but you can't be a sheriff without aura. You nailed it. Yep. You nailed it. So Krebs okay because weak, Jack-Eye bad because strong and big aura. Just joking. Haha, thanks for the stream. Okay, you're joking, but yes. Super Moose Light. Thank you very much on your way out. Oh, Wilson. Wilson. Delorier, Marcus Foligno. Trent Frederick. No, not anymore. Kitchener up 3-0 in the OHL final versus Barrie. Oh, boy. Rempe is another guy who's willing, but if you go and watch his fight card, he gets his ass kicked a lot. And it's going to shorten his career. Like, he's got to pick his spots. The Ducks are up 1-0, by the way, over the Vegas Golden Knights. Beckett Seneca with a one-time bomb. And hey, why don't we throw to Adam Wild, who's actually streaming that game? My friends, the Montreal Canadiens are up 2-1 in this series. The Buffalo Sabres are down 2-1 in this series. It was Buffalo, big win, Montreal, big win, Montreal, big win. Do we go back in the snake draft to Buffalo, big win in game 4? We'll have to see. For now, that is it for this stream. Thank you very much for watching. Click like if you liked the stream. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Tell all your friends. Aura. It works.